Hello, and welcome along to Criminal Intent. Sorry for the delay. We were discussing super important things. It really was truly absolutely nothing to do with this campaign. But last session, we went on a heist. How'd that go?
Oh, yeah.
Not a hitch. Perfect. Exactly how we drew it up.
I would say as well as it could have.
Fine.
How we drew it up. Exactly
As
how we drew it
well as it could.
I think it went better than
Better.
I was expecting, personally.
In every sense except the reward, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know about that yet.
We've been
Right.
shafted.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody other than Gnob thinks it's gone brilliantly.
Something's better than nothing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
What techniques did we employ to extract, and what did we extract? What was the heist?
The recipe for Visucci's duck. What is the recipe? What is
Swan.
Saffron Swan.
Saffron Swan, that's what it is.
Yes.
Which turned out to be an inside job the whole time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The black swan of the family.
It did exactly that.
Yeah.
The black swan
Yeah.
of the family.
Well, we had Gnob infiltrate the pantry through the window in the roof.
Mm-hmm.
I
We
believe
had
James,
DB. Sorry, go ahead.
James called me the close quarters chaos specialist, I think was the term.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was accurate.
I believe it was just the Chaos Cat, actually, but it was 4 C's, but we'll have it.
Quarters chaos cat. There
Yep.
we go.
That's the one. And it was indeed Close Quarters Chaos. And then Cornelius and Ambrosia just went for a nice meal, really.
We had a great
Yeah.
evening.
Had a great time, didn't you?
But, you know,
Complained a little bit.
For those in the back... Oh,
helped,
sorry, go on.
crucially.
You did. I mean, without the dead bird, the chaos would not have been anywhere near as much.
Truly...
Spreading the plague rumors around was very nice too.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah,
chaos in the
yeah.
dining room, that was all good.
It was all according to plan.
Just Naomi's floor face just disappearing in the door crack.
That actually wasn't Naomi. That's her cousin.
Oh,
Oh my
Oh.
goodness, family
Yeah, Kira.
time.
That was Kira.
Aw. So sweet.
so those in the back, who caught you?
Well, I had a perfect disguise.
Yep.
Of
Until
Christine, but she changed her outfit and I didn't know. So she caught me.
Christine caught Christine. Yes, that is true.
Christine caught Christine.
There was a Spider-Man moment. And what was your escape plan?
Wreak havoc.
Yeah, I
Become
poisoned a
an
goose.
activist.
I poisoned
Meat
a swan and then
is
claimed to be a
murder.
swan activist.
Exactly
Peanut.
that.
Peanut murder.
Yeah,
Yes,
monkey nut
yeah.
poison.
And meat
The
is
swan's
murder.
okay though, right? The swan's okay.
Oh,
Murder.
totally
Just
fine.
I scooped him up on the
gonna
way
be
out the
dinner
door. They
anyway.
threw him out the window. DB definitely scooped him up on the way out. So I have a swan,
Yeah,
whether it's
love
alive
that.
or not.
Okay.
And then I ran away.
Yeah, I think you got about 15 foot before the swan pecked you and flew off. Yeah.
Although to be fair, you did almost succeed in getting the other Christine kicked out right in front of you.
I just rolled so bad.
Yeah.
The dice said, no, fuck you.
It's pretty much. And it's probably a meme that's going to stick around for like most of all of our campaigns now. This meat is murder. This was spectacular. We brought it into some campaign the other day. I think that might have been
Nice.
Tuesday. No problem. Gnob, who caught you?
Yeah.
Well, technically, Belinda, I think was her name.
Benedictine,
In the
actually.
pantry. Benedictine.
Yes,
That's
I
correct.
Yes.
That's
Belinda
right.
was a
Someone
different.
else.
But
Sorry,
she didn't
sorry.
out you, did she?
No, she didn't.
Oh,
She
she
actually,
hated her job.
she hated her job. She was kind of drunk, and she was on board actually. Caused a little chaos for the good
Mhm.
cause.
Yeah, what does she do?
I believe she was the one that set the fire off in the kitchen.
After all this begging the players not to set a fire off, the DM was more than happy to set off a controlled flame with a bottle of whiskey in the fire. Yeah,
She should quit her
and
job and join us.
and then Gnob, you grabbed somebody, and they ended up telling you that they pretty much it was an inside job,
I
who
grabbed
was
the
he?
wrong son,
or
He
the right
was-
son, depending on which way you look at it.
I suppose. Oh God, what was his name? Something with an L. Lorellin?
Lorellus.
Lorellus.
Yeah.
Good job.
His brother is Lucius.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. And with that, you guys you all escaped in different directions. And I think it's fair to say probably reconvened at the Hungry Halfling somewhere around 10:30.
Great.
And yeah, as I would say that it's probably Ambrosia and Cornelius. Well, DB was probably sat at the table. Ambrosia and Cornelius came to the table after the meal. And then finally Gnob comes in with the bag.
With money.
And it is right there that we shall resume.
What, did you guys stop for dessert? What took you so long? I've been here for like 2 hours. How many courses did you
In the
eat?
ambiance, darling. You can't just leave in a hurry from a classy establishment. It looks
Did you hear me
guilty.
yelling? Did you hear me? They
We
caught
heard
me almost
something.
immediately.
We heard something about a plague, but you know, we.
Yeah, I poisoned a swan. It's okay now, though. Don't worry.
Did we eat it?
Maybe. I don't know. Did you eat swan? I don't think. I think it got away. They threw it out the door.
Oh.
And then Gnob started a fire in the kitchen. Isn't that right, Gnob? I saw a fire after I left. As I was running away.
Well.
I didn't start no fire.
Were you successful?
Yeah. Did you get the thing? Let's see it.
Looking around.
Nob will pull out the sack, and dump it right in the middle of the table.
That's not a recipe. Is it written on
What's
coins?
this?
It's a giant jigsaw puzzle.
You sold it already?
Made the exchange. You caught me as soon as I left.
Who? Rich?
No. The man who claimed he was the buyer. The boss, I think he said he was.
Really?
DB's already started counting the money.
Okay, good.
And he says,
As a matter of fact, told me to give you his regards, Ambrosia.
Oh, well. Wait.
Introduced himself as Gilvesh.
Oh, Ambrosia like snaps her pipe in half when you say that name.
Oh.
Oh,
Ring any bells?
so he hired us, huh? Funny. Yes, actually, the last time I saw that man, well, just say I ended the night in a prison cell and he took off with a lot of money, I assume. And she's just kind of like tapping her finger on the table, like so clearly impatient and upset right now.
You saying he double crossed you?
How much is there, DB? What is that?
Yeah, no, I think he did it again because we're a little light here.
Oh.
600 gold.
Just to clarify, were you given an exact amount or were you given an estimate by
You
Rich?
told us 1,000. You told us 1,000.
Yes, but did Rich say that is what you would be paid, or did he say,
I mean,
I believe that is roughly what it's worth?
I think he said we'd get 1,000 each.
Anyway,
That too.
yeah, I mean, was there a...
Let me see. Yeah, I don't have a price written down.
No, I'm pretty sure
I don't
that...
even remember.
I'm pretty sure that he said that it could fetch upwards of 1,000 gold.
Mm,
I
that
said
sounds
1,000
right.
to the four of us, and 800 to him, and then the rest is
Oh.
whoever. That's what I've written down. But
Yeah, so I think that was his... Yeah, that
He
was
full
the
of shit.
cut.
He was full of shit. basically.
Exact. No, that was what Rich expected to be. That's much more like it. It was
Ah.
expecting to be the cut. It's just because I know it's worth a lot more than 1,000 gold. That's why I was sort of checking whether what his. Yeah, it's fair to say that's probably what Rich said. That would make sense. 1,000 for you guys, 800 for him, and the rest to the employer. Well, it seems like the employer wanted a bigger cut than that.
This behavior.
A
doesn't
huge
surprise
fucking
me
cut
in the
from
least.
that.
But again, we have no clue of that, so we're just assuming. I'm assuming this guy ripped us off
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because there's no we can't. There's no reason we don't know what he's thinking, right? We just know that he
Well,
ended
I
up
wasn't-
bag with a third of the money that he told us we were going to get. That Rich told us we were going to get.
Well, I wasn't going to argue with him in the middle of the street. After having completed the job.
No, hey,
You should have
no,
killed him
not-
on sight.
Oh boy.
You hear like a dark chuckle from
Listen,
Cornelius
yeah,
as you
this
say
guy
that.
is a double crosser, all right? He's a 4 times crosser. We can't be having this guy. We got a quarter man and a 4 times crosser. This whole organization that they're working
I've
for.
had it.
Yep.
Ugh, wait.
Listen, we gotta go. We gotta find
So-
Rich. We gotta
Yes,
talk to
this
him.
is I like motion to the money. This is just a down payment, a
This is an
deposit.
insult. Is what this is. People get killed
Where
over.
was that
much
Rich? Did
money.
he give us a way to contact him?
What are you complaining about? We're up 350.
This is
Yeah, but we
just-
should be up a lot more. I almost got caught. I almost died tonight. Okay, I almost died.
And frankly, a fair amount of this money is probably what Gilvash stole the night he left me out to dry. So, really,
That's between
most
you
of
and
it
him.
belongs to me. But from the kindness of my heart, you all.
All
can
right.
have
Well,
a
you know
cut.
what? No, we'll say that he has your quarter of the money, and we'll just take it, the rest of it, and give it to us and split it 3 ways.
Hmm.
That's fine.
Interesting. We'll sort that out later.
You asked if Rich gave you a way to contact him. Did anybody remember the answer to that
Yeah.
question?
Why do I feel like he gave us a business card?
Oh,
or
he gave us a
something?
ring of sending with 1 charge.
Yeah.
He did exactly that.
Nice.
Work.
All right.
We need
So
to have
what-
the perfect message.
What do we do?
Yeah.
We set him up.
Well, I want to talk to him first. You can't just kill him because then we'll definitely not get our money. So
Let's just ask him to meet, not
Yeah,
let
in a
him
dark
think
alley
anything's
somewhere.
wrong. Maybe.
or
Alright.
here, I guess that would be fine too.
Yeah,
Not very
that's
dark
fine.
in here.
It is where he approached you originally.
Okay, then let's.
Invisibly.
Yeah, he may be here. He
Oh.
may be here
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know. I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
he-
looking. I'm looking around.
That's
Give me a perception check.
Oh no. Everyone fan out
As we
your
talk about
arms.
murdering, as we talk about murdering him.
perception.
It's a 13.
Okay.
Me too. 13 as well.
Anybody got
I
higher
doubt
Oh,
than a
we're seeing
13?
anything.
12.
No, I
Come
didn't
on,
get it.
Cornelius.
Cool. So the 13, you look over across around the tavern. The Hungry Halfling is very, very busy, if you remember. Great fare for fair prices. So, but you do see
Yeah.
somebody, a little bit of a sort of recognizable figure at the bar. Slightly dumpy, flat cap on, sort of got that sort of really worn traveler look. And he's speaking to 2 fairly well-dressed roguish figures with daggers at their hips, long cloaks, who stand at the bar.
Is that him right there?
Is that Rich, or is it just someone who looks
I
like
believe
him?
it might
I don't remember
be.
what Rich. I don't remember what Rich looks like.
That he was very poorly dressed when he approached you,
Yeah, he
Um,
looked bummy.
and he sort of disappeared into the crowd very quickly. But he did make a comment on it being his disguise when he spoke to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get up and walk
Yeah.
over.
As you
I'll
get over close,
I'll try to sneak. I'll try to sneak up on him. Actually.
oh, give me a stealth check. As you get over close, you will see 2 very finely dressed gentlemen, both with long, dark red hair tied into a ponytail. They look like brothers, even
Nice.
twins. How was your stealth check?
21.
Ah, nice. So yeah, you move on real close, and you hear him saying, "Well, I could get you set up with a job, you know. They say that rich makes you rich, and well, I have a buyer. I could get you involved. I've got an entry point. Definitely a job that I reckon you 2 could pull off." For 2 minutes. Look, we've told you once, and we'll tell you again. We don't do work outside of the guild. Now back off, ruffian.
Ooh. I forgot we were.
I'm gonna come up
behind
from behind, and I'll put my hand firmly on Rich's shoulder,
Oh,
Nice.
and I'll look over to the 2 gentlemen and say, "I'm sorry. Is he bothering you 2?
no, he was just leaving.
That's right, he was. He's coming with me."
Right, yep. Cool.
And I will walk him over to the table.
Safe to say you haven't come to give me my cut?
Sit down.
don't think I will. And he stands and leans on the edge of your table. Look, you're not the only ones who got screwed over. I didn't see a penny. Gavash is nowhere to be seen. Recipe's gone. Best I can do is get you another job.
You know, it seems like you already know we got screwed over before we did.
I contacted Gilvash to ask him if I was to procure this recipe, what he was willing to pay. Safe to say, he told me nothing. Quite uncertain terms. In no uncertain terms, sorry.
How did you meet this character?
He came to me. I have a bit of a reputation for getting people some work. I could be a bit of a middleman. And it was very, very in character. I just went with it. I've got a reputation for being a bit of a middleman. I can work outside of guild lines without getting in trouble. So, you know, there I was at the horse market to the east, and
Really?
I was approached by a fine-looking gentleman who said to me, you know, I know of an entry point into Suchi's fine dining. I know that this recipe was going to be exchanged. Could you steal it for me? I'll give you 3,500 gold.
Wow.
That's more than what you told us.
Well, and then I've got seller's fee, and you know, like there was.
okay.
It would have come down to about 1,800. It would have been about half that by the end of it, and I promised you 1,000 of it. I thought that was fair deals.
So the way I see it is you owe us 670 gold right now.
And I owe myself 800.
That's between you and yourself, my guy.
Yeah, like I said, I got screwed over. You got screwed over. Now, we could go chasing shadows, which is, I think, what we'd find if we go looking for Gilvash. Though, I might have some leads. Begging your pardon, I think that might end up not too great for you. Rumour is he's in bed with some kind of wizard. So, I would suggest that we set you up with another job, and whatever I get, we'll go 50-50 on.
After the 670 that you owe us.
Well, the way I see it is we are both owed money by the same man. And I ain't got money from him, and you've got some money from him, so...
We made a deal with you, though, so you owe us money.
I don't see you bringing me the thing I asked for. So... fair to say quits is quits.
That is a good point. That is a good point, Rich. You makes you rich.
If I had the recipe and Gilvash had said to you, I'll give you 337 gold or whatever it is, 1,000 minus whatever number you said.
I'm not sure that Gnob can count that high.
I would have said no. I probably would have given it to him. He's quite scary, if I'm honest. Anyways, point is, we're both fucked. You've got some money, I've got no money, so you buy us a drink and I'll get you another job and tell you all about it. I've got another job coming up.
Can you trust this client more than
the client is you
previous one?
and me and our pockets. This one is not a job for someone else. I heard about it, and that's all.
Well, what is it?
Well, you might have heard that the old lady of the keep is in possession of some quite fancy jewellery. Have you heard?
Never.
Yeah, we already heard about this.
We know about it.
What do we need you for?
But you need me to
beautiful.
tell you where it's going to be and when.
That is useful information.
So, the lady's hired
Imagine that's set.
this jeweller, right? He's proper fancy gnome from down south. And he's going to be coming on... Hold on, I need to open my calendar. He's going to be coming on the 23rd of Evenstar. Early in the morning, they say. He's going to come over and he's going to give a little bit of a... Well, I'm not sure the exact services. I know there'll be some cleaning and some fine-tuning involved. but I imagine he's going to give her a prospection.
James, how far away is that date?
You will always, in the top right, have player tools. Date and time. Very top of your journal. Will always be available to you. It's currently 10 p.m. on the 18th.
Okay. And what day is he saying that they're coming?
5 days. 5 days away.
23rd.
Okay.
Well, kind of. He'd be coming in the morning of the 23rd. So, she'll be getting all the jewellery into one place, because rumour says she keeps it all separate, like. But I heard from a source that she's at a gala the night before.
Ooh.
Who is your source?
It's rude to tell secrets. To spill secrets. Wouldn't like to give up a source.
I mean,
It's
the
not
last source
secrets
fucked
between
Joe, fucked
friends.
you and us over, if you remember correctly. You
Oh.
trust this person? You worked with them before?
They're no shady type. It's just, they're just the bearer of news. I listen hard when people are yapping. You know? Enough to say it's one of the serving girls.
All right.
Disgruntled worker.
No, not disgruntled at all. She loves working for the lady. She was telling another lady at the washing courts. And, well, my ears were there, suffice to say. That's all.
In my
Seems
head,
like
he
a
was in
skill of
disguise
yours.
as the other lady.
Look, Rich has got ears everywhere. And this is what he heard.
Yeah.
So, all I know
Right
is that
on.
on the evening of the 22nd to the morning of the 23rd, the jewellery will be kept in in Our Lady's chambers, all in one place, in one special box. Take the box, and you're rich. Because rich makes you rich.
Huh.
Anything else you procure on the way, I will find a buyer for if you wish, or you may simply sell it yourselves. Count it as an extra on the side. I do have one scrupulation though.
Uh-huh.
No killing. Look, I've been here a long time. 4 or 5 months now.
Nob scowls at this.
He's
Uh,
bloodthirsty.
I've been here 4 or 5 months now in Outback, and you know what? It's been a cushy little living.
Hmm.
If there's a murder up at the main keep, then troubles are
You're the
spilling.
Talk of the town,
And not in a good way.
I'll say.
So very easy. Just get in, get out, and don't kill anyone. I don't care if you knock them out, club them around the head, tie them up, stick them in a corner, put them in the fridge. Just don't kill anyone. Raises the ire.
Hello?
But if they fall from like a
Hi,
really
Baba girl.
high height and then die, technically the fall kills them and not us, right?
Yeah. What,
There's
if,
no
what
death.
about
No.
accidents?
Can't arrest
Killing.
all.
What about accidents?
What about animals?
I don't want to accidentally hang. So no killing. That's my only scrupulation.
No accident. All right.
Now, whether you attend as
I can
guests,
work with
I can get you in as guests. Or you use the entrance I had in mind.
And what is that?
Now, I do have a contact. She is not the same contact, I will say that. She works as a cleaner. And there's an unused tower northeast. I can have one of the shutters left open. If you can climb 70, 80 feet, and then you go.
Rich, if you have all this information, how come you're just not going in there yourself and taking this?
Me?
Yeah, you're master of disguise.
No.
Like, you look like a
Look
homeless
at
person.
Rich.
You could probably look like a servant.
Thievery.
Why don't you just go in and do it yourself? Why you got to pay us to do it?
I ain't paying you nothing. I'm giving you the split. That's how Rich works. Rich makes you rich.
Which we'll discuss. But yes.
Rich seems very happy with his position in life as a quarter man, occasional middleman, and you know, I respect people who know their station.
And the thing is Rich's hands are always clean. And his pockets are always full of gold. Except right now, when we got screwed over by Gilbash, and I could really do with a drink. Would you mind ordering me one? Call it an introduction to a second business or something.
Fine, I want one too.
I will flip him a couple of gold, whatever it costs for.
Whoa!
Tell him what I don't know what it costs for. Whatever it costs for.
Two
Whatever
copper.
it costs for a drink. 2 copper.
Hey, big
I flip him
spender.
a couple of coppers, whatever it is, and say, "Why don't you go to the bar, get us some drinks, and we're gonna have a discussion."
I'll do just that. And he turns around and he pulls like a little serving boy over. He's like, "We'll have a pitcher of ale and 5 cups," and then turns straight back to you.
No,
Ugh.
we, as in the 4 of us, are gonna have a discussion. You're gonna go over there. That was what I was trying to do.
Take a
Oh,
walk, darling.
right, okay,
Get some fresh air.
very well. He does a sort of deep bow, and when he stands up, he's not there.
Nice.
Okay.
Do I don't
I mean,
Is he
sense
hiding?
anyone
He may still be
around
up.
us.
He may
Can I?
Right.
I wanna
Yeah,
like
I
sort
have
of chop. I
10
wanna
feet
chop,
of blind
chop the
sight.
air to see if he's still
He's
around.
not invisible. You may give me a perception
Okay.
check, all of you.
Well, he's not within
He's
10
under
feet
the
of us
table, I
invisibly.
fear.
Again, 13.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Nat 20.
Wow, that's
you
the one.
baby.
Then Dirty 20 was a
Go
fail,
off.
by the way.
Ah,
With a nat 20. A little bit away from where he was just standing, you see what looks to be a slightly sort of small furry creature. It's either a very small cat or something, even perhaps
large
little
rat?
bit- It could be a large rat, but it's difficult to see because it's scar. You can only see like a bit of a tail and a bit of fur coming out from beside a flat cap that falls to the ground, and then he dashes into a corner.
is he a druid?
It's a wild shape.
I won't say anything. I'll watch him scurry away.
What a
So,
weird job for a druid.
We're fine.
I don't trust this guy as far as I could throw him, and I don't think I could throw him that far.
On the contrary, Gnob could throw a cat a real long way.
I was gonna say Nob would be like, I bet you could throw him.
I don't know he's a cat. DV doesn't know he's a cat. DV is just a cat himself. What do you guys think about this proposal here?
We had thought about stealing the Jews anyway, hadn't we?
Sorry, can you say that again, Rico?
I said we had thought about stealing the jewels anyway, hadn't we?
Oh, yeah. My internet's freaking out. But, yeah, you see Ambrosia's kind of preening, clearly imagining herself wearing those jewels.
No, Ambrosia. The whole point is we're gonna sell them. We're not gonna wear them.
Oh,
She can
I mean,
wear
we could
them
probably
until
buy
we
other
sell
jewels.
them.
surely.
But yeah, no, I've heard about these. You know, in the circles that I run in, you know, they're sapphire, they're beautiful, they're magical. You know, but I don't know if I trust this guy. You know, he ripped us off one time. We're putting all the risk is on us. We get caught, nothing happens to him. We go to fucking jail.
Not to defend Rich, but Gilvash is incredibly shady, so it's entirely believable that this was all his doing, double crossing us.
Well, I also don't want to work with an idiot who's a quarter man either. If he can't see
That's
shady
very
people,
fair.
you know. Cornelius, you've been awfully quiet over there, sipping on your drink. You plotting another murder, or what are you doing? What do you think?
I'm pondering what kind of magic could be imbued in this jewelry.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
give me
whether or not
a...
it could,
Go on. Whether or not it could be...
and whether or not it could be extracted.
Give me a history or culture check, each of you, please.
Yay.
Okay.
History it is
Ugh, I'm
16.
rolling like hell.
And culture
16 as well.
Culture
Culture's
straight
charisma.
so
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna-
charisma.
that's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you.
14.
Ooh, 22. Culture.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
You would know that with a culture check, 22, you would know that many ladies' jewelry sets, very rich ladies' jewelry sets, imbue them with certain abilities. They often contain things such as the ability to keep themselves clean or smelling nice, the ability to sometimes detect the thoughts of others or send messages privately to servants or the like. And some of them have some minor illusory powers to make the user appear more, the wearer appear more flattering or more beautiful. Those are quite traditional sort of enchantments for noblewoman's jewelry. There may also, with a particularly rich or impressive lady, there may be some form of protection embedded in there. If she's ever attacked, it may give her the ability to flee magically or to defend herself magically, or even just to, another method of protection. And this is a vagueness. This isn't anything about this specific set. I want to make that clear. That's what the culture check is for. For the specific set, I'd need the history check. And am I right in saying that both Gnob and Cornelius got 16?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, so with a 16, you have heard that this particular jewelry set gives her two abilities that you know have been presented. The first is that she has the ability to address her voice, to sort of speak very quietly but address a whole hall, or boom out very loudly, or speak very quietly directly to one person.
Wow.
So some sort of vocal control going on there. And the other ability that you absolutely know this thing has is she's been seen to sort of leave very quickly from the hall. It gives her the ability to move a lot faster occasionally.
But not a teleport, just a fast.
No, something in the realms of either an expeditious retreat or a kinetic jaunt or something. Well, more than that. I'll tell you more than that. She also doesn't appear to be she's not running. She's just moving faster.
Do you think the whole
That's
set
interesting.
has to be together?
I didn't know that. Didn't know that
for the
about
magic
her.
to work?
That is something that you all know, is that each part is enchanted separately.
Okay.
I'll tell you as a DM that if you were to take one piece, you'd need to attune to it directly. But for each piece you get, you can attune to the jewelry set as one. So it's basically, you can get one or you can get all five pieces?
Four, I think.
Bracelet,
It was four.
diadem, yeah, 4. Necklace, earrings,
Well, two
bracelet,
earrings.
diadem, yeah, exactly
5,
that. So technically 5, exactly that. And all 5 pieces you could attune to as one item, is the point.
Cool.
But I guess maybe that's
The
the
gala sounds so fun, though.
is that the
When was
workaround
last
with
time
Rich?
any
If
of
we
you-
decide to just take his information and then don't sell him, then we don't split any money with him. I mean, he
always
can be
an
double
option.
crossed. He's an idiot, so maybe we just do that.
Thank you, he says as he reappears at your table. The drinks arrive at the same time, and he grabs a tankard and, look, I'll give you this job as an apology that our previous business didn't go well. And if you take it and I don't see a penny, then I don't see a penny. If you need a seller, then I will sell for you.
Oh.
This one's in your hands. A future profitable business.
Well, thank you for the information, Rich. We
mean,
have a
that's
lot to
something-
consider.
That's something I can agree to then. It seems like it's just in our court and we can do whatever we want.
However, Rich can, of course, help you.
Oh.
So, I do know a guy who knows a guy. And the guy that he knows does have the old blueprints to the castle.
Wow.
To the keep, we should call it. It's not really a castle, it's a keep. That might help you. Always good to know where you're going when you're going. Do you know what I mean? I can, as I said, arrange for a window to be left open for you. But if I do so, there is something that I would like inside there. Consider it payment for the window being left open, specifically. Something very minor. Not in the ladies' chambers, I should add.
Okay.
I don't know. That's kind of fucked up, Rich.
Yeah.
Right.
Please elaborate.
What is it?
It's a painting.
Oh boy, how large?
It is, I don't know, say that big. Not a big one. Like this.
Okay.
It's a landscape, and I know that it is hanging up in a corridor that's unused, so it shouldn't be too hard to catch. Not all that far from the tower. If you want to just grab the painting and come back out, then I would appreciate it, but I'll arrange for the window open as long as you bring me the painting.
Do you need the frame too, or just can we cut it out of the frame?
You don't want to cut a painting, do you?
It's a lot easier to carry a rolled up piece of paper than a heavy
You've
frame.
got a bugbear the size of an house.
It's also a lot less obvious there, Rich. Buddy.
It's in an unused corridor. You can grab it on your way out. Nice
and then walk out of the castle with
What's so
that painting
special
over our
about
heads.
It captured
Just
me
say no.
art.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Insight check.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
there's something behind
There's
that.
something
Something
else
behind
about
that
this
in that frame, for sure.
Okay, now I'm rolling better. Dirty 20.
You see him sort of like give a sort of wistful sigh and a little look up.
Hmm.
Just a
Maybe he
personal
really is
touch.
just an art lover.
Look, I may or may not have snuck into the keep a couple of times. For my own reasons.
Hmm.
When I did so, I saw this painting. I thought, do you know what? They wouldn't miss it all that much. And if it was hanging in my house, I'd feel important like.
Were you banging that cleaner? Is that what you were doing? You got a thing with her?
No.
TV, I didn't want to say anything. We were supposed
I mean,
to
you
gossip
know,
after he walked away.
He's a secret shared, between bedfellows.
Richie's art is left for only one man.
Oh.
Ooh.
Himself.
Wow.
If
I
this
give
was
Rich
like
a fist bump.
Walking
I
Dead
give Rich a fist bump.
game, it would say Ambrosia like that.
Respect, Rich.
Yeah.
I respect that, Rich.
Good. You want the
Thank you
map?
for the information.
I can procure it for you, but it'll cost you 10 gold pieces. Or I can put you in touch with him and you can haggle them down yourself. Also totally up to you.
And that'll come out of your cut later, right?
He said he's not getting a cut.
If we sell it, he's getting the cut.
If I sell for you, I'll get 50%.
Minus 10 gold.
Why?
This is your connect.
You're
10 gold
paying
is
the man
a-
10 gold for the map.
to us now.
If you want to
Okay.
haggle him down yourself, do it yourself.
And whatever we pay him is coming out of your cut. Is
Why?
What I'm saying, Rich. Because
I've
this
paid.
this is our heist.
Well,
We're
then
doing it
do
together.
it your own way.
Already. I've paid him 10 gold already.
He just looks absolutely lost as to why he should lose 10 gold because he's given you the
Why
link
should
to
we
a
lose
map.
10 gold? Why should we lose 10 gold?
Because you're the ones that want the map. You could do it without and not spend 10 gold.
Oh my God, Rich,
Hmm.
you're killing me, bud. I love that line about you only caring about yourself, but now you're back on my shit list again.
Oh. I'll introduce you to the map man. This is someone you may want to do business with in the future. So I would
Oh,
assume
good
that you'd
idea.
like to meet them personally. You keep your gold in your hand, love. Says to
Okay,
Ambrosia.
well, I take my gold back.
Yeah.
Hey, who were those two redheads you were talking to at the bar?
A mistake.
They didn't
I thought
say
they were
much.
unaffiliated, but it turns out they are affiliated.
Oh yeah.
With the guild?
This little recipe was off limits for the guild, right? Do you think they'll be upset?
Didn't know anything about no recipe.
Oh right. Wink.
Got nothing to do with us, was it?
No. What a delicious dinner that was, though, right, Cornelius?
Better to have 337 gold or whatever it was than a knife in our throat from two gentlemen over there.
Hmm.
Mighty fine ale. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Here.
Wow.
Is there something fishy going on about this tavern? I've been here a few months and it's getting busier and busier. Everywhere else I go, it's getting less busy and less busy. You know nothing about that?
We've been here for 2 days.
Oh. There.
Yeah, Rich. This is your stomping ground, so why don't you investigate that?
Oh no. It's great fare and it's fair price, isn't it? That's why I come.
That's what they say.
Just a thought.
Maybe there's,
Alright.
there's drugs in the ale.
You want to meet the map maker? It's going to be a clandestine operation, one might say. Middle of the night job.
It's the middle of the night now.
Almost. Couple of hours, I'll meet you outside. Over by the well.
Rich, where are you staying?
Well,
I've been here for a few months. Where are you staying?
I've got my own place.
how wonderful. A homeowner.
Well, sort of.
All right, thank you. Trying to shoo Rich
He
away.
tips his hat. See you in a couple of hours. By the well.
Thank you. We
Off
will.
he heads.
Ugh. Thought he would never leave. All right.
Did he leave? Do I see a cat?
He didn't vanish. He wandered off into the crowd.
Well,
What kind of middleman is arguing over 10 gold? Like it was like a huge deal. Like
TV, I have to.
he's been doing jobs for months and he doesn't have 10 fucking gold.
I have
Who the
to
fuck is
take
this guy?
Rich's side on this. 10 gold is a pit.
Who the fuck is this guy? He doesn't have 10 gold. He's been doing jobs for months, being a fence, and he has no fucking money. He lives on a street, looks like a homeless guy. Guys, this guy's gonna fuck us.
Committed to an aesthetic.
It's not too long ago we didn't have 10 gold.
Yeah, I was destitute. I wouldn't have
Now
given
we
me 10
have
gold. No one should trust me with any money. What are you talking about? I'm saying.
Yeah, who has the money?
Just as you're about to divide the gold up, and Orius pulled EV's
Yeah,
quarter
there's
back
only
in.
200 gold in this pouch. I think we got super ripped off. I counted again. It's only 200. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Hey,
Oh no, I
he
found it.
said 350.
It was in this other pouch. My bad. We'll split it
Wow.
even.
350, renowned for splitting exactly into 4 parts.
It was
Indeed.
330. It was 330. 160.
Even
oh,
Gnob
yeah.
got it wrong.
Oh, it's 330? I thought it was 350.
330, also designed to split exactly into 4 parts.
Okay, Ambrosia's gonna
Who's
count
taking-
it one
yeah.
final time.
164 gold and 5 silver each.
Is that true? That doesn't sound right.
No, it's
No,
like
it's 85. It's 82. 82.5.
No, it's 165 in half, isn't it? So yeah.
Oh, I see. What the hell?
All right. Well,
regardless of our next plans, we should celebrate a job well done.
Sure.
I propose a toast.
We got like 2 hours before we got our next job.
Yeah. to me. Novel raises his cup high up in the air.
Okay,
You got
sure.
us paid a third what we were supposed to get paid. All right. You did good, but you fumbled at the end.
To a knob well done.
Fumbled.
That should have been the title.
That is the title. That is the title.
Let's go. Oh. Give her a card. Give her inspiration for that.
Oh, it's happening. I'm just renaming the episode
go.
right now.
Oh,
Let's go.
thanks.
I've updated it to a
name?
knob well done.
Novel done.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
All right. Well,
Are you gonna leave me hanging up here?
No, we're toasting.
Oh.
Cheers. Ding. Ugh. How is the ale? Is it particularly good?
It's
Does it
nice.
taste like it's laced with anything?
It's fun.
Oh.
anybody feels like gonna throw up?
No, it's nice. It's good. It's not incredible, but it's very refreshing, very cool, and very reasonably priced.
It does seem strange how busy this place is, right? It's just like any other tavern. Place that I've seen. And this place is like popping, right?
It is. It's absolutely slammed.
Yeah.
10 o'clock at night, you can see people eating. You can see the queue is like 4 deep at the bar. There's like one bard in the corner playing a very plain sort of track. He's got a little foot tambourine, and a lute, and that's about it. It's nothing special. There really isn't anything special, but the place is heaving with people.
And it's dark out.
Oh, it is. It's 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night.
And it's only busy at night, or it's busy all the time?
Every time you've been in here, it is packed.
24/7. Well. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I feel like as a player, I'm interested, but as a
yeah.
character, I don't think DB gives a shit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Like that's what I'm running into.
Knob is just enjoying
No,
the
I
swim.
was did Rich tell us what that gala is gonna be all about? What's the event? The occasion?
He did not. He just heard there was a gala.
Okay.
Are you thinking you need to go buy a new dress? Is that what I'm hearing?
I was going to buy a new dress regardless, but it might be nice to have somewhere to debut it.
He did offer to procure
yeah.
you invites. He didn't tell you how much that would cost.
I mean, what would the
I
again
assumed that would
coming
be
out of
free.
our end? I'm sure, not out of his
Yeah, of
end,
course.
because he's a piece of shit. Like I said,
Well, I just am curious about what kind of security there might be.
why would we go to the gala?
No, not at the gala, just at the keep in general. If it's
No,
like
I
a
mean,
big
but like,
event
if we're
or
gonna
something.
steal from her, like, what info would we hope to gather by going to the gala? That's my point.
I think she just wanted to go to have a good time.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show up. That has nothing to do with the case. I
Fair
mean,
enough,
the
fair.
heist.
Totally fair. In and out of character, totally fair.
Well, let's. We can think about that later.
I think we just
We're gonna hang out,
Just gonna party?
right?
we
Yeah, I
don't have
think
enough
we're just-
info yet about this new mission to
Mhm.
discuss it. Really, 'cause it seems like we're doing it, even though DB is very much against it. But
Why?
We can get. We can,
why?
Yeah, why is DB
we
against
can
it?
get
Is DB just
into-
specifically against working with Rich on this?
Yes,
Right,
ripped
okay.
us off, and
So
he
he-
does not trust him.
You're not against the job in its nature, you're just against the
No.
fact that it was
Why
given
would
to you by
you-
Rich.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's being a real dick about expenses.
the 10 goal.
I mean, I wonder why.
After your tankard gets empty and your the pitcher gets empty, a young girl will come over. She appears sort of 22, 23, elven girl. Did you want something else to drink? Want something more? We're rolling out a special drinks menu. Would you like to try some samples?
How many?
Well, one each, I would guess.
How many new flavors are there?
Well, there's 8 drinks on the new menu. Maybe I could bring all 8 samples, and you could try 2 each.
I don't see
Just
why
samples,
not.
though. Sample sizes. Little tasters.
Why not? Why not 8 each if we're sampling the new menu?
Very fair question.
Because I believe my employees in the business of making money, not losing it. But I could bring over some samples. You could all try from the sample glasses. You could share them, and at that point, you would have 8 each, 8 tastes each. Is it often that you refuse free drinks, sir?
No, nothing's been refused.
Okay, just checking.
Nothing in this life is free. All right.
Except these sample drinks. Let me go get you some.
Breakfast, you're giving us free drinks.
How
How do you make any money?
She heads over and she comes back and she will say, right, here I have the polar wine. And she will hand you a glass that's sort of frosted on the outside, a little tiny drop of wine. It's just enough for 4 mouthfuls in a little iced glass. This is a fireball. And she'll hand you a glass that appears to have a little swirling flame in the middle of it, dark red liquid. This here is an acid gizzer. I don't know what a gizzer is, don't ask, please. And you'll see that it's like a bubbling green liquid. This right here is a fizz popping. And she'll show you like a blue drink that's like sparkling and fizzing and little colours are coming out of it. This is an upside down champagne. And she'll hand you a small champagne glass where the bubbles are going to the bottom. This is, well, just the rainbow. And you will see that it's a swirling multicolour drink. This is a drop of blood. Not really, not actually, I promise. And she'll show you a deep red glass. And finally, this is the mini ale. And she'll hand you like a mini ale glass with what looks like ale in it.
How cute.
Enjoy. And she sort of stands there waiting for you to try them.
Oh. Give her a copper, thinking she's
No.
waiting for a tip.
No, but I both just stare.
She pushes it back towards you and, please, try, let me know what you think.
Oh.
Did you
okay.
make these?
I did. I designed them, but the bartender has made them. I'm very anxious to
will
see what
try.
our patrons think. What would you
I
like
want
to
to
try?
the champagne one
Yeah,
first.
the upside down champagne.
Mhm.
You take a sip. It's a really, really good champagne.
Oh my
The
God,
one difference is that
finally.
sometimes with champagne you can get us a little bit of an upset tummy, she says, and sometimes it can
Yeah.
really not go well with food or other wine. But the upside down champagne, the bubbles don't bring themselves back up to the surface, but instead settle to the bottom of your stomach.
Delightful.
Hmm.
I've had enough cheap champagne in my life, so this is fantastic.
This isn't expensive. It's 3 silver for a glass.
Done.
She sort of looks over to you and who said it? Was it? I think it was Gnob who said, "How'd you make your money?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Just like
Oh
that,
no,
dear."
DB said that.
Yes.
DB asked that.
She goes, "Just like that, dear." Takes the 3 silver, puts it in her little purse, and waits for the rest of you to try other drinks. Cornelius, would you like to try anything?
No, I will turn to her and I will say, I will take a full glass of the upside down champagne.
Lovely,
please.
3 silver, please, sir.
Of course, and I will hand to it, and I will look back to Ambrosia. I trust your judgment impeccably.
Thank you, dear. Cheers.
DB and Knob look at each other just like that, like.
There are 7 other drinks on the table. DB and Gnob, would you like to try any of them?
Yeah, Knob is gonna.
I was just
Knob is gonna
waiting
reach
for,
for the-
for DB to have one so he can have the other 6.
That was sort of the plan. But Knob will pick up the fireball and sort of
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
chuck it back.
It is a cinnamon whiskey. It is
of course it
really good. Really nice spice whiskey, just like
Fireball?
JD Fireball. Yeah, but good.
Fireball tastes like college.
Yeah, but it's good.
Oh.
Exactly what I said.
I don't like fireball. I like fireball.
No, I associate.
He
Bad.
smiles at you.
No.
Is that enjoyable, sir?
It's fine.
2 silver for a full glass? The glass is big.
I haven't finished these samples yet.
Oh, please, carry on as you
Yeah,
were.
you know-
She
You
looks
know
over
what?
to
Just
DB.
bring us a big empty glass. We're gonna pour these free samples in, and I'm just gonna take it down all at once.
Oh my goodness.
She looks at you like you've just
Mystery drink.
suggested murdering her child.
Good.
That is too mysterious.
Or you could try them separately like they're intended.
Listen,
I-
your job is to make the food. Our job is to drink it. All right, we don't.
I'm
need
gonna reach for the acid gizzard. Gizzard.
Yeah, acid gizzard. Gizza.
I will do the same.
Yep,
bad.
as you take the acid gizzer, when this hits your mouth at first, it's like, it is very acidic. It's almost uncomfortably acidic. But then there's that sort of like, there's a beautiful zesty lime flavor afterwards.
Mm.
And then just an aftertaste of sort of, do you know like when you do a shot of vodka, there's that slight burn, or tequila or anything like that. It's just that, you're just left with that and a little bit of lime. It's really good.
That's nice.
I think DB's in a bad mood now. Just after the whole rich thing, he's just gonna sit there and pout and like drink his warm
DB
milk.
is sulking,
like,
and we're
that's it.
just-
He's just gonna sulk until it's time to meet the map maker.
We're yucking it up.
Yeah, DB's just gonna be angry for a little bit.
Knob is just grabbing glass and then he's sort of like he's
I just push him
taking
over
him
the
back.
knob.
He'll take like
Sampling all of them?
He'll take like the polar wine and sort of not.
The polar wine is just a really chilled rosé, like really, really cold, really refreshing. You've got the drop of blood, which tastes like a dark cranberry liqueur. You've got the rainbow, which sort of builds through a bunch of fruity flavors. It's very sweet. You have the fizz popper, which does exactly what it says. It just literally fizzes in your mouth, and when you finish, you can open your mouth and you get that sort of popping candy crackling going on with a lovely bubblegum zesty flavor. And there was probably another drink, and it probably wasn't all that important.
So after each one, I'll sort of like look back at her and sort of like nod.
The mini ale. The mini ale is probably Knob's favorite because you take a big gulp and only a little bit comes out the glass. You sort of... And there's like 3/4 of it still left.
How?
Really?
And
Oh,
it's
I like
really
this.
nice. It's like it's sort of like it's a refreshing, crisp lager that's sort of just like it's probably like a close to an Indian pale ale. Like it's a good pale ale.
So yeah, Nob would probably have saved that for last, as
Mhm.
it was probably the least exciting looking one of the lot. But after having drank it, he'll immediately order another.
Okay. Whole tank. It's 4 silver. Anything for you, sir? And she looks over to DB.
He's just he's just sitting there pouting, just like licking his milk out of his glass. He's like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, how cute. He's got
Okay.
a little glass of milk.
Yeah, and moments later, she'll return with 2 beautiful champagne flutes. When she hands them to you, you will note that they look like glass, but they are not.
Wow.
You will note when you are holding them that there is some sort of magic rendering what feels like metal translucent. And the same with the tankard. You get like a proper beer tankard like this. You take a huge swig, and it's almost like you didn't take a mouthful at all.
Wow.
It's like an everlasting
Amazing.
gobstopper of ale.
Amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
How good value this is when it's 2 copper for a pitcher of ale, I'll let you work out. But it's
The
impressive.
novelty, though,
Exactly that.
Yeah.
We're flush right now.
See,
Whatever.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna have real
sevens-
glass glasses.
8 silver in total. And yeah. She will leave you guys to it, and you can party away for a couple of hours, and then make your way outside to meet Richie Rich. I've got to stop calling him that because that's the film. It's just
Richie
Rich.
He's poor. He's got no
I'll
money.
be-
You don't
I'll be
have
right
10
back.
gold. He
Yeah.
ain't rich.
His name is Aspiration.
Rich, you ain't rich. That's what I'm calling him from now on.
Boy, Rich.
That'll work too.
I like this. DB's new enemy.
He's withholding gold from DB. He's not. DB's not happy about it.
Cool. We head outside.
Yeah.
As you move out in the refreshing air, there is a small group of people sort of standing around the front smoking. You look over to the well and you see Rich.
Is he
Good.
wearing the same thing he was wearing before?
He is. He's wearing his slacks and his
Good.
flat cap.
Is anyone with him?
No, he's alone.
Hmm.
All
All
right,
right.
Rich, you ain't rich. Take us to this map maker.
No problem. I will do just that. And he will walk you down to the side of a small river.
Okay.
And he sort of looks at you and... The map maker's a bit of a private fellow. He didn't appreciate visits from those he didn't know, but once you've made an introduction, maybe you can, well, you know, continue business together.
Cut out the middleman. That is the plan.
Yeah, and he will lead you sort of along this river for about 10 minutes. After which you're fair way, you're like getting to the edge of town. It's a bit of a dodgy looking area, and he will show you a grate at the side of the river that's just above the river line. It's just down here.
You expect me to go in there?
Perfectly clean, I promise you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've been in lots of clean sewers before.
This is no sewers.
It's a grate. It's on
Fine.
the ground. Looks
No,
like a
no,
sewer
no.
to me.
It's in the bank of the river.
Ugh. Fine. I'll change my shift weave out of my nice dress and into my skulking clothes.
All right, I also changed into my skulking clothes as well.
Right. Okay. As he looks at the two of you. Very well.
We're ready to skulk, not in the sewer. Just in whatever this is.
Yeah. It better be clean.
Yeah. Well, I believe it is. And then as he takes it away, it's this tunnel is really, really clean. It's very well kept. It's sort of there's stonework worked around it, and you come to a squat, round wooden door.
this is a lot less dank than I thought it was going to be.
How quaint.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back.
We just
That's
knock on
right.
the door. Or...
And he sort of taps on the door. And after a short while, a strange-looking fellow comes to the door. This fellow resembles an otter, but stands on two legs. And did they really... What have they done with the Humblewood races? How can I find it? It wasn't from Humblewood. They broke Otterfolk.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, I can't access the thingy. Okay, he's no longer an otter. He can't be an otter. He's dead. Oh no. Why would they do that?
Little raccoon?
No, he lives by the water. It's the whole point.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah,
How about a
but
badger?
Or duck.
I'll
I
make
mean,
him a
beaver.
duck folk instead.
no, I'm gonna see whether they've changed it
ducks are lame.
slightly.
Wow. Can't believe what I'm hearing.
It's
Wow.
a
I'm
dangerous
just
place to
kidding.
say this.
Cooper's
Jeez
very mad at you
Louise.
right now.
That's cold. Cold. That's
believe we are in the duck pond right now.
Yeah.
We are all ducks.
Yeah.
Swarmed.
Quack, quack.
Oh, so cute.
But yes, you're greeted by a sort of an otter gent that stands on his sort of feet and sort of raises himself tall and he looks at you. Who's this, Rich? Who's this you bring into my domain? Good Lord, aren't you? Strange group. You don't mix well. You smell funny.
You're an otter who lives in a sewer, so maybe you shouldn't be throwing stones.
This is no sewer! How very dare you!
Nice to meet you, but we're associates
Ah.
with Rit.
Somebody's found their manners. That's good. My name's Oscar. I make maps.
The otter.
I share them for a price. Would you like to come in?
Certainly.
How high are the ceilings slash the door?
That's a good question.
So the door itself is only about 5 foot, bottom to top. But as you step in, the ceilings are about 9 foot.
Okay.
It's a really beautifully kept home. You can see, like, it's got very sort of rustic brick walls. You see a little crackling fire in the hearth. You see a lovely sort of like round coffee table with some low-slung seats. The only thing that's a little bit unusual about it is every now and again there's a sort of trench cut with water in it. Like little rivers running across the house with little bridges over them.
Okay. This is.
Does
Is he
Rich
an
come in
otter?
with us?
He will stand at the door.
Rich, you're being rude. You're not coming in.
Oh, I wouldn't want to intrude. You might have other business, and you don't need a quarter man involved, do you?
Right, and I close the door.
He has a little smile on his face as you do. Please, take
a
a
lovely
seat.
home you have here, dear.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You really do have your manners. That's nice. Can I offer you some warm tea? It's quite early. I don't have anything else prepared, I'm
What
afraid.
time is it?
Um,
I guess
well-
it's like 1.
It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, which means it's early. It's morning for our friend Oscar.
Yeah.
I prefer the night. If you do visit in the day, it really must be quite important. I have a collection of maps. Is there something specific you were looking for?
What was that place called? Is it just the keep?
Yes, it's Owlback Keep. Name of the town you're in.
Oh.
Oh, well, I got these personally. Yes, they're a little pricey. I only have one copy. Could you? Am I frozen? No?
Good.
Okay, good. It's just sound
Yeah.
went blank. That's fine.
Couldn't you make another?
I could make a copy, yes. Copies are not originals, though. Perhaps. Are you going to be needing it permanently, or do you think you might return it after its use? Many of Rich's friends only seem to need maps once. Bit of a shame, really.
So you've worked with Rich before?
Many times. He brings me lots of custom.
Does he ever pay for the maps, or does he always make the customers pay?
Sometimes he brings
ask
the
for-
money, but I don't believe he ever produces the money himself. Why would he pay for the maps? He's not
And he
doing the
doesn't
job.
ask you for a cut. He doesn't ask you for a cut of the money. He just does it out of the goodness of his heart.
Of course not. Why would he ask me for
We'll
a cut? Why would I
returning
give
the
him a
map.
cut?
Be
That's what I'm
cheaper than-
saying. I say that to the group.
Well, I would normally charge 10 gold. But if you're returning the map, I could return half your money on return of the map. Would that be fair?
I looked at the group.
You know, and if we maybe found any other maps while we were in there, maybe we sell those to you.
I do buy the occasional map, but I sell many. I have maps of strange and unusual dungeons. I have maps of wizards' towers, princes' chambers, castles and keeps all over the land.
Are any of these towers close by?
There is...
Wow.
Where did Ambrosia come
Ambrosia
from?
was like, fuck this.
Not doing a dungeon, idiot.
She's restarting.
I'm Ambrosia. Yeah, she sort of the order looks at you. Sorry for the cameras, guys. Ambrosia will be back shortly. And there is a wizard's tower somewhat nearby. I mean, nearby is it's not really a very specific amount of distance. I believe it's on this map. Oh no, it's actually on the closer map. He has a map of Laravel's tower, which is over there. 47.5 miles. 49.5 miles, sorry.
Back towards Albrez.
I procured that from a friend who did some work in the security of that. It has very precise information, that map, specifically about the magical defenses of the tower. It's a remarkable piece of work. Are you an admirer of maps?
Absolutely.
Give me a deception
Nob is
check.
laughing.
I think
Nob
that may
is,
be true. I think that may
Nob
be
is
true.
laughing.
Cornelius, give me a deception check.
It.
It was a lie. Don't try and spin anything else.
Oh, net 20 for
spend
25.
months talking to me about your characters and then expect to pull random information out to your advantage later on. He looks to you and... right. Okay, well, that's wonderful. I have a few very interesting ones. I'm just going to share a random image so that we at least have full faces, even if some of them are in the wrong place. Yes, I could sell you that map if you wish. It's a beautiful piece. The artist was very detailed.
Fine craftsmanship.
I'll give it to you for 25 gold.
Does that sound like a good deal?
And 25 gold is a lot of money. So it's 250 gold in a regular game. But at the same time, you would assume that Wizard's Tower contains a lot more than 25 golds worth of loot. So, yes, exactly that. You could see it as an investment. That being said, Oscar is not going anywhere. He lives here.
So we could come back.
So you can return at any time. You don't have to buy them
else
now.
might buy the map.
They may
Or you may
indeed.
need to cut town quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will say that of all his maps, unless you've got a specific job, the only two maps that you might find of very, of general interest would be Illivan's Ruins and Laravel's Tower.
And that's the tower he's offering.
The ruins are close. What can you tell us about the ruins?
Well, this is a little dear to my heart. I would sell you a copy for a cut price. You see, I made this map myself. I've been there and explored them extensively. But, there is one chamber that's not mapped. I was chased away. Strange creature. Barely a wisp. And yet, its power was cold and dark. It left me feeling cold.
That's haunted.
Perhaps. In some way, yes.
we should investigate this power.
How much for a copy of that?
Look at that.
If you give me 2 days, I will sell you a copy for only 3 gold pieces. My copies are always cheap.
Could you make a copy of the tower?
Of course, if you would like.
Would it be just as good? If so, then why would anyone ever...
No, my hand is not anywhere near as fine as the original
I
artists of
see.
Laravel's.
I mean, if the pie is okay with spending the 25 gold on the tower map,
So I will tell you
Yeah.
that
Don't like
basically
it.
in the copying of Laravel's tower, you would get exactly the same map, but the detailing of the arcane defenses contains quite a few like sigils and runes, which a wizard might or somebody magically inclined might be able to decipher. It is unlikely that Oscar could copy them. Oh, that's not the right button. It's unlikely that Oscar could copy them well enough to reveal exactly the same information. The
Yeah.
quality of
Yeah, it
information
It feels
would
like
be
in
less.
some instances it would be fine, but in this instance,
It would be pretty
particularly
bad.
because it's a
Yeah,
wizard
exactly.
tower.
Yeah.
yeah.
makes
In general, the only other thing about copies is that they take 2 to 3 days. So if you wanted a copy of the keep, it will only be 1 gold piece, but you'd have to wait 2 or 3 days, which would give you far less time to plan.
Okay.
Well, we have
Would
5
the-
days, so that's actually perfect. That's perfect.
You can come back for a
Um,
copy, and then perhaps at that point you can decide if you want the, or I can give it to you right now. If you're looking to,
Yeah.
Perhaps
Is the pie okay with that?
well, if you're looking to buy all 3, I could do a little group deal.
I mean, you have 82 gold. You have 82 gold. Do whatever you want.
Oh, have we split it?
They have.
Not paying attention when that happened.
82,
Just
82,
to
82.
catch you up,
Oh,
Mikayla, I will bring you to this
Alright.
map. Oh, you're on this map.
82 gold
So
and 50. And how many silver?
5. He is offering a map of the Ilavaz ruins, copy of the map of the Ilavaz ruins, which he said was haunted by some sort of creature that made him cold. An original map of Laravel's tower, which details all the magical defenses, and a map of the keep for 10 gold, which he will return 5 gold for if you give it back. Or you can wait 2 days and get a copy for 1 gold piece. In the instance of the copy of the keep, it will make absolutely no difference. You just have to wait a couple of days. In the instance of Laravel's tower, the copy would contain the magical information, as Oscar's hand is not as neat as that of the original map drawer.
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple days that we're going to be shopping, so we don't need that keep copy immediately.
Okay. Well, in that case, maybe you'll come back for the copy of Ilavaz ruins and the keep, and then I'll have to work very hard for those to do 2 in a couple of days. But if I've only got 1 ready, which would you need ready first?
The keep.
The keep. Okay. Oh, are you going to the ball?
Are you?
Always wanted to go to the ball.
Absolutely.
No, of
Do you
course.
know why? Do you know why they're having this?
Of course,
ball?
I've not. Oh, yes, indeed.
What's the
It's
occasion?
it's Lady Elizabeth Stelline's birthday.
Oh, of course.
That's the daughter.
Do I know that name?
It's definitely not the daughter. Give me a culture check.
We know the mother is named something else. Lady Lorella Pelham.
11. I'm not from here.
Anybody else?
From here.
I'll throw it out.
Also,
I'll take one with advantage from DB actually because you've come from the right direction.
Ooh, 15.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And DB with advantage.
14.
Okay, so DB and Gnob, you both were in Alpraz. You were fairly close. You would know that she is the Lady of Bakara.
Lady of Bakara.
Oh.
That's close to us, right? Yeah.
It's 50 miles away.
Why is she coming here for her birthday?
Because there is no big keep at Bakara, and she's invited nobles from all of the surrounding area. It is said that a contingency of dwarfs from Aasimar themselves will be coming.
Wow.
She is rumored to be a rare beauty. Not the dwarves. Elizabeth Stelline.
Is she human? Do we know?
Do you ask Oscar? You don't remember. So Oscar will say, oh, Elizabeth Stelline is the most beautiful of women. She's an elf. I believe she is celebrating her 200th. Quite a special one. It's rumored that there is going to be a cake
What
with
is that?
20 tiers.
What is that?
2 centuries. It's a long time for most of us. Milestone worth celebrating.
Knob shrugs. Knob shrugs.
A lot of rich people at that party. A lot of deep pockets.
Absolutely.
Yes. Are you a salesman?
Yes, I sell beachfront property down in the south. Traveling salesman.
One of the best.
How do you sell people properties without showing them to them?
These people are rich. They got more money than they know what to do with. They give me money and I give them.
Think they want to buy maps?
Property. Probably. I can put a word in. Maybe I have you draw up maybe some maps of some properties. If I give you the details.
My own map work is mediocre in comparison.
Land of subdivision.
It would be very nice to have a little more business.
So do you have any like dream, like in your mind, can you picture any like dream estates where, you know, somebody real fancy would want to live, something that you've been thinking about for like a long time?
Well,
not like
the perfect home. I have a map of what I would regard as the perfect home.
Wow.
This home is very
it
it looks like this, right? That we're in right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like full of rivers?
No, this is something personal to me, but in terms of the perfect home for anybody else, I think it's most beautiful. It's the manor of Worksop.
What is that?
That is a town.
Worksop is a city, fairly large city to the southeast. It was once the home of the halflings in Wayland. It was once the capital of Wayland. This is not the main keep. This is not the main castle. This is Worksop Manor, and Oscar will begin to ramble on, but I will TLDR it. It is a manor home a little outside of Worksop that lays upon 6 vineyards. And sort of has a beautiful view over the vineyards. It is on the top of a hill. There are rumored to be deep chambers underground underneath it, with extensive cellars going all the way into the hills. The map itself has 11 floors, including the 3 floors above ground of the manor and the 8 floors underneath. It is said to be owned by a rather gracious and interesting wizard. He bought it for the history and for the wine. He's owned it now for over 100 years, and the gentleman who produced this map for me had the luxury of doing some revamping work, so it's an up-to-date map, and I think it's just the perfect home. Look here how the 2 wings perfectly enclose the home like the horseshoe of luck, and then you've got this lovely little garden viewing out over the vineyards, and then just here, you can just imagine how this room up here with this lovely curved balcony would give you a panoramic view without seeing any of the floor underneath. And he will sort of, you can see he's just obsessed with the map. At this point, you will realize that Rich has been using this guy a lot, and Oscar is very innocent and has not realized he's working with a scoundrel or a thief at all.
And he will continue to not realize.
No, he just thinks Rich knows a lot of people who like maps.
Yeah.
All right, maybe you can make me a copy of that one. Too. Don't put the name. Don't put no title. I want a blank. Don't put Worksop Manor on it. Just leave it blank. I want nice and clean.
An
uncluttered
title.
Maybe I'll frame it.
So that you can imagine that it is your own home, of course.
That's exactly right.
Right,
Yeah. I have big dreams too.
Okay. Yeah, I will. But for such generous patrons who are buying so many maps, I will put that in for free.
Great. Love
what?
it.
So, that would be 30 gold as a whole.
Yeah, we'll round up on the.
I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember.
It was 25, 3, and 1, but yeah, I think.
Oh right, 29. So yes, okay, fine. I'll charge you a gold for the Worksop Manor.
We'll split, Josh. We'll split. I think we as a group can split that. I think that's probably fine.
Did you guys put all the gold into your own inventories, or did you leave some as like a group loot to spend?
I put it all, but we can definitely
we left
aside
30.
like.
We left 30 apparently.
Oh, okay.
for the group
Cool.
To spend right now.
Well, that's absolutely fine. And he will look at you and, well, I'll have those drawn up in the meantime, sir. And he will take out this beautiful dark brown scroll case, which you can see has like little wax stamp on seal on either end. And it sort of snaps apart in the middle. He will tell you that all his maps come in waterproof cases. and he's very proud of that sort of fact and the beautiful cases. And he will give you the map of Lorval's tower. I've lost Lorval. Yeah, I've lost track because I've opened something else to try and play some music and it's not working. I'm sure it will start working at some point. So yeah. There we go.
Thank you, dear. You've been incredibly helpful and hospitable.
It's always a pleasure for such lovely patrons. Wonderful day. Or night, I suppose, for you. There is 25 experience points each for creating a bond with Oscar the Mapmaker. And as you sort of exit the house, Rich will look at you and... Ah, there you are. Lovely fellow, Oscar, isn't he?
Don't you dare take advantage of that kind, Otter.
Oh.
Is it that DB has grown a conscience? And you will notice Rich is speaking to you very differently. He sort of looks at you.
Yeah, he's dropping the act.
I get the impression that perhaps you're looking for more long-term work. Why don't you want to be affiliated with the guild?
Who said I didn't?
Presumptuous.
When you're working with me. That's an outside job. That means you're not affiliated. And
Well, we just
that you're not in the
maybe
process of an
haven't
application.
gotten around to affiliating ourselves yet.
Right.
Working up to
Building
it.
yourself up a reputation, is it? Or just
Building
riches
a
on the side?
portfolio, you know?
And I'm sure the guild will
Can't
take
show up to an
brilliantly
audition
to...
without your headshots.
Yes, you can't show up to a meeting without proof you've gone behind their back.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I would very much enjoy an extensive and long-term relationship. Working relationship, that is. But I don't work with the guild. I won't work with the guild. I never will work with the guild, and the guild will never work with me.
Why?
Why not?
Who wronged who?
Why not? Those are two questions.
Or is it who wronged whom?
Nobody has wronged anyone. It's the principle of the matter. The guild have a certain way of working. You have to start at the bottom, and you have to get your hands dirty, as they put it. And that is
you're
not
interested in
my
that.
thing, no. I am a middleman, occasionally a quarterman, once upon a time an eighth man.
But never a man at the bottom.
But never a man. No, I got it.
Never do I want to be the
Never a
one.
bottom.
Never do I want to be the one caught. Because you know what the difference is? If you're caught giving people work, arranging for a thievery, you may spend a few days behind bars, you may even be fined a large sum of money. But you keep your hands. And you don't hang. I intend to keep it that way. So no, I don't work with the guild. Look, I know you feel slighted. I made a mistake working with that Gilvash man. I don't make mistakes twice.
Well, I hope that's true.
Rich,
Yes.
earlier, you said Gilvash was in bed with some sort of wizard.
Yes, very odd fellow.
Got a name?
No, I don't, but I do have a description. His black skin, completely bald, about 3.5, maybe 3 foot tall. Pointed ears, wears a large silver chain with a serpent on it. He is not describing your little friend. This wizard is a gnome. He does go by a title, but I merely think it's named after the locket he wears, the Silver Serpent, as the name has been given.
Has that even
So
ever heard of
close to
him?
being the Silver Surfer.
And yet so different. 3.5 foot goblin. Gnome. He's a gnome. He's not a goblin. He's a gnome. And by telling me he's black of skin, that would tell you that he's a deep gnome, probably.
I was about to say, it sounded like you were describing Bimble with his bald head.
A little bit like that, but and sort of big ears, but with sort of more fancy regalia and a silver serpent necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Rumor says that Gilvash and him have been working together for a long time, but only recently has their relationship become public.
I wonder who messed up for that to happen.
Well, I have been doing a little bit of investigation.
Oh. Is this your findings?
Into Gilvash.
Mm-hmm.
But
what else do you know?
I think he operates under a few other names.
Oh. Everyone knows that. How many of them do you know? Maybe we should compare notes.
Well, I only have one name of importance. But I think it might be very important. The person who I found the information from was a very unreliable source, so I'm loath to take it as fact, but, well, perhaps if you have some time you could look into it. At some point.
I would like to know.
Okay, well, the name is Chaupoisson.
Hmm.
It's only a surname, but...
So,
They are
What was his
a
name?
very extensive noble family. Chaupoisson. Like this. Each of you may give me a history or culture check.
15 history.
history.
I'm gonna add a card.
13
Buried.
culture.
Yeah.
Okay, that with my D6 card here.
Ooh, where have you
Brings me
dealt this?
up
Where
to
have you
it.
dealt this? What map are you guys on? I'm on a totally different map. The Owlback
little
picture,
tiny.
right?
Town map.
The only way to make sense of change is to plunge into it. Move with it. Enjoy the dance.
Join the dance. That's
Mhm.
what you want to do.
Go to the dance.
That will give
to the
me
gala.
a 19.
Ooh, with a 19, you know two things about the Chaupoissons. First of all, they originated in Beldania, which, Rico, may be why you recognize the name.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But they are widespread, one of the few truly worldwide global powers. And you do know that one of the Chaupoissons is the Lord or Duke of Ashanegoria in Vorzania. Which, if I take you here, you can see. A little to the south of Alpres, one of the big cities to the south.
Huh. The Duke of this
No,
place?
sorry, Ashanegoria, down here. Yes, the Duke or Lord.
Okay.
Just goes by Kilia. Kilia Chaupoisson. But a powerful family. You would know they have ties all over the world.
Interesting.
We really need to do something to get EXP.
Let's just start fighting in the
I'm
streets.
just saying.
He will look at you and... If that name is true, then it's a real name.
You think that's his Christian name? He's actually part of that family?
I mean, why would royalty be doing scam jobs with you, Ambrosia?
I don't appreciate that insinuation, but
Was it not a scam? What were you doing when you guys got caught? When you got caught. He didn't get caught when you got caught.
Is it a scam to just go to a party dressed as someone else? It's
Wait, it was
a
that
costume
it was that
party.
scam? It was that scam at the
Yes.
oh my, the same party. He was one of those guys. I thought you just scammed a bunch of times. I thought you got double crossed all over the place.
No.
I didn't know it was the same thing.
I don't make a habit of it.
Well, it's happened
But
to you
yes.
twice. You got scammed by the same guy 2 times.
The same. Well, I will say that was more Rich who got scammed, and I got scammed as kind of a side result.
Side scam. No, okay.
Regardless, Gilvash is he's hard to understand. All right, he plays things very close to the chest, and even if he really is part of this family, I'm sure there's some incredibly convoluted reason for why he's doing this kind of thing. You know, rich people, maybe he's just bored. They
That's
don't
probably
think
it.
like us,
Mhm.
us salt of the earth.
Ambrosia calls herself salt of the earth.
Ambrosia had a very well-to-do upbringing,
Mhm.
also.
I'm well aware.
Yeah. Well, Rich, I will say if this is true what you found out, it is pretty impressive, and I will be looking into this matter myself, trust me.
I believe we had a couple of other matters to discuss. The first,
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted to have that shutter left open, the price is the painting.
Oh, right. Painting that you're in love with.
I can. Here, it looks a little like this. And he will pull out a sort of really ragged piece of parchment that you can see he's opened and closed like 100 times. And there is a fairly bad drawing of a sunset over a harbour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Let us get our map in a couple days, and we'll take a look at where it is versus where we'd be coming in for the jewels.
Should be quite close if you're using the entrance. Suggested.
This
But
is the painting you fancy.
it is.
Pretty shit.
It's a bad copy.
Uh,
In addition, if you'd like to get into the gala, though, I'm not quite sure whether that's the best approach of entrance, but if you would like invites, I can procure them, but they're not cheap.
What are you asking?
It's not me
And
that's
it's
asking.
it's that night, correct? It's the 20.
Mhm. It's the night of the 22nd.
So that's why we'd want to go instead of breaking through the window. We'd sneak in as guests to the manor.
Exactly that, and then stay behind or whatever. It's a way of getting through, like, into the building with no risk.
Nice.
And he'll say to you, "Look, I can procure them, but as I said, no cut for myself. They're 35 gold each, and that is non-negotiable."
Who is selling you these? Who's selling you? Are these real? Are these legit passes? Or are these not? Are these like counterfeit?
They're counterfeit, but they come from a source I don't like working with, and I will not take a cut because I will introduce you to them. I will not be involved in the process. He's dangerous, but he is the best forger for miles. And he has a source that will have the original to copy, which of course is
Now, are these
very
going to have?
important.
We got to make up fake names to be on these. Are these like a individual invitation only type of party? What's going
It'll be an invitation only kind of party, and you will be on the invite list, and with a forged invite.
as our personas, whatever that may be.
Whatever you choose.
How exciting.
It's watertight, but
I might like.
you'll
to
have your
just be
faces seen by Anders, and Anders is dangerous.
Who's that?
I'll say.
He's the forger.
the forger.
Perhaps it would be good to split again.
So you're volunteering to go?
Look,
I'd like to meet.
you can plan the job without me, but I suggest that we create a more permanent way of keeping in contact.
Well, we haven't used this little ring yet, right?
No, but one sending might not cut it. What if we need to have a conversation?
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't recharge.
No.
God forbid.
No, he doesn't give out rechargeable rings for any random guy he meets.
They'll charge you for it.
He's busting balls for 10 gold, for God's sake.
Look, I have these message tubes. I know it's a little bit a messy way of doing it, but it's the best way I can think of. And it's you put a scroll in and it
have
comes
them in
out
our
to my
house.
end. You did have them in your house.
That's cool.
I do have a home a little outside the city. Perhaps I might invite you at some point in the future after some more successful business. But for now, anything you write will be
Most
sent to
exclusive.
my end, and we will. Look, I'm about protecting Rich. I'll get you rich, but I don't want a backlash. The better you know less and less about me.
Now,
That's
you
fine
were,
with us.
you were doing research into Galvesh, right? While you were working with him. You been doing research into us? Because if you are, you better fucking stop.
I research all my clients. Here, catch.
Oh.
And he will toss you a wanted poster. It's
Well,
not
hang on
exactly.
it.
These have been hanging up
Oh,
everywhere.
Ginger, hello.
Ginger's here.
It's not exactly hard to find information about some of you. You'd be the Necromancer, I assume. Looks over to Cornelius.
Cornelius is not confirming or denying.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything. He just looks at him.
You rather. This is a rather flattering picture of you, don't you think? DB or Duke Bromarovich, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, that's one of my names.
Yes, there's a couple of other names here. But,
That's what the DB stands for.
do you did I give you which names they have written down?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
I think they had a couple.
Yeah, they had a couple, yeah.
Dimitri
yeah.
Varelios,
Dimitri-
Dumpster Bob,
Dumpster Bob.
I
and
can't wait to
Mysterious
see
Aasimar
it.
Necromancer. There's a price on your head as well. He looks over to Gnob. Something tells me it's designed to be insult.
How much is
It has
it?
recently gone up to 67 silver pieces.
Hey, I give
Oh, I
Nob-
thought
give
you were gonna
Nob- I
say
give Nob a
gold.
fist bump.
That sucks.
Still not taking me seriously.
The man who's put the price out, however, is way too dangerous to even be worth 67 silver pieces of work for. You've pissed off the wrong person. You, however...
I'm an open book.
Oh, yes. There is a book somewhere with your name in it.
Hmm.
A cast list.
Several. Which one are you talking about?
You, interesting that you would appear in a cast list of various plays in the city and also struck from a family document.
Well,
I raise an eyebrow at this.
No longer in the family business, Ambrosia.
no, it was stifling. My place is on the stage.
Oh, yes. The grand stage of Vasuchi's kitchen.
We were seen and saw others and had a wonderful night.
Yes. Until you
So,
see
yeah.
her widower forager in action. You miss- All right, bud.
I heard the
That's
struck
right.
down by a cart lady was the absolute high point.
Well,
All right. Nobody
have to
nobody
have-
nobody saw that. Nobody
You
saw
have to
the
have-
street was empty.
yeah, exactly. You need to have a
gonna-
range of roles, ready to jump into at any moment.
Anyway, I will bid you good night. It is very late. And, late.
Early for Oscar.
I shall see you another day.
So long.
And he gives you this scroll tube that you can just put your message in.
Bon
And it will
voyage.
pop out his end. He can also put messages into your end. It'll make a little rattling noise. I think these might be on D&D Beyond, but I can't for the life of me remember the name of them.
Oh man, me neither.
So I'm just gonna... No, it's not that. Try maybe searching tube.
It doesn't work for items. It only works for paper scrolls. That's it.
Indeed, yeah, paper scrolls, that's it.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's good. I was gonna put.
Oh,
a
here we
dead bird
go.
in there.
I think this is them.
Cool.
Sounds right.
Oh no, it is an item. Inside one of the vessels, and closing the lid will magically teleport to the second tube, making a quiet whoosh. Some quiet thud can be heard when receiving the item. The tube cannot send more than 2 pounds of material at a time and cannot be used to send a creature. Both vessels must be on the same plane of existence and have their lids closed in order for the item to be teleported between them.
What if the
What if
creature
the
is in an
creature-
item?
I was gonna ask, what if the creature is dead? Is it still a creature, or is it an object?
No, it's an item. It's an
item,
object.
object.
So what if the creature's in an object?
Like a eyeball?
You mean like a soul?
So like what if a druid wild shapes into a fly? You put the fly in a little box. You put the box in the tube.
Nothing living can
It
teleport.
explodes.
I think that's still a.
What
that's
if
a
they're an
creature in there.
undead fly druid?
Just ejected back the same end.
What about a genie warlock inside
New
his?
magic
We keep
lamp.
stuffing
Yeah.
We spend the rest of the
Lamp
night
or
stuffing
whatever.
things in there, trying to figure out.
Thing happens.
Yes. After a little while, you just get one stiff note that just says, "Stop it, idiots." And then every item you sent comes flying back in short space of time.
Oh no! All of
Okay,
our bullshit.
the shit was too far. All right, we took it too far, guys.
That was your idea, DB.
Put the third in there.
I don't know what this wee business is.
But yeah, as you guys, I would assume go back to the inn, take the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will take a brief 5. Be right back. Hello. Welcome back to the second half of Criminal Intent. During the break, we had a brief discussion, and in the morning, it is fair to say the party head to the stables, where they would get their the 2 draft horses specifically, and purchase a carriage from the local store, which is called, got a name somewhere.
The horse store. There was a couple of them.
No, Shoe for the Horse wouldn't be the right one, nor would Banty's riding gear, because they wouldn't have it.
no.
It is, it's from the Saddlebag. The Saddlebag is a general store, but they do have a couple of carriages and carts outside. We will discuss how fancy and how useful the carriage is in between sessions. We decided not to bore ourselves with shopping, because these guys are missing 80 XP and they really, really want it.
We need to go grind.
A while back, they did find a wanted poster. The head of the ogre is worth 50 gold pieces. And that can be handed into any of the guards at the watchtower, which is at the entrance. Ironic that you are becoming standard heroes, but a reputation you must build and a facade you must keep. Otherwise, where is your money coming from?
Into people's good graces, though.
Indeed.
To pretend to be
Legalized
heroes.
murder is what this is. What do you mean? Cornelius gets to murder someone and it's totally legal.
Yeah.
Um,
Ambrosia's just gonna be like complaining. This feels below us.
If we can't kill anybody on
But she
this
will go.
jewelry heist, then Nob just needs to like vent
Oh,
out
you
his
just have a thirst for
frustrations.
blood? Is that
Yeah,
it? Maybe we
it's
should
been a
go
while
then.
since we've killed someone.
Yeah,
I'm
Nob is
getting
mad.
itchy.
This guy's bounty is 50 gold and Nob's is only 67. Pissed.
Oh, I see what this is.
Disrespect.
Okay.
The disrespect.
yeah.
Let's get
But
it out of your system then.
as you head out in your carriage, you're going to be cross country. So it's a little bit of a rickety ride. There is a small path that you can follow that leads sort of little winding around like this, and you would know that after about 8 miles, that is where the troubles were said to have been centered. A few people on this road, a couple of farmers were attacked by an ogre and a wolf-like creature.
Oh no, he's a pet.
Yeah, you're not really sure. There is a holding on to the west as you come to the south, which belongs to one individual and his slaves. But as you're on the road to Mizena, you see this sort of like couple of hills and a winding path between them, and you would know this is a good time to leave the carriage and set out on foot. Is anyone a survivalist, a man of the wilds, a trail breaker, trail blazer?
Not really, but I have spent some time living
Same.
in the wilds.
Oh,
Same.
that's
I'm
good.
definitely not proficient. I was taken. I was taken at a young age.
Is anybody just naturally wise?
Naturally wise.
Got 16 wisdom.
Wow, I love that. Yeah, Cornelius is the.
Okay. Yeah, Cornelius, you've been out in the wilds a bit, wandering a road, and you do know that as you look at these sort of hills, that there might be a bit of a sort of a crossover between them. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
I'd love to.
Go off.
That is a 22.
Yeah. With a 22, you can see sort of as this path winds around the hill, there's a secondary little trail that breaks off sort of half up the hill. And this seems to you like somewhere that some people might hide out. It looks like there's a very clumsy attempt to disguise the trail. And with a 22, a little way along the trail, if you just sort of nose down the trail a little bit, you will see a torn bit of meat that looks to be the leg of an animal.
Oh. Kind of animal.
Give me a nature check.
Does it matter?
Let's ask Cornelius. Ambrosia doesn't know. That's a.
Oh, Cornelius, give me a nature check.
Oh, that's an 11.
Oh, it's a bear.
Okay, yeah, it's better than what I got.
It was like a DC 8. Yeah, it's some sort of bear. And it is the hind leg of the bear. You will find a few bits of torn rib a little further down. It looks like this bear has been absolutely decimated.
Well, before we get too close, Corny, do you want to call in some backup now that we're out of the city?
Ooh, yeah, I'll take out my sickle and I will begin carving into the earth. Kind of.
Can I hold you there, Josh? Just you can carve into the earth, but you do also have the entire corpse of a bear right in front of your face.
I thought it was just a leg.
No, you found the leg, and then the ribs, and then the.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
and the
Can
rest.
I do that for animals?
Why
Does it
not?
not need to be humanoid?
Mm-mm.
I suppose
It'll
it's
share the same
okay.
stat block, but you can just think of it as the animal
Lame.
biting or a slash. I think
You'd
that's.
think a bear would be stronger than a zombie.
Zombie bear, let's go. I think the higher up in your class you get, you can do different types. I think is what
Exactly
James
that, yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll do that then. Then I'll just I'll carve out the sigil in the earth, and I will move the different parts to different ends of the sigil, and then my red magic will begin seething into the sigil, glowing this deep blood red as the body parts kind of begin to levitate and then slam into each other, forging and creating this undead bear.
I have art.
Can I-
Right, I'm afraid.
Wow.
If you're giving me something, I have the art.
Boo.
Which is why I was a bit annoyed with you. No, I worked quite hard on this one, so I was quite annoyed with you when you thought that you might use a random
something
ass
else.
corpse. Yes, exactly. No, stop that. Why are you giving me broom noises? I only have a token for it, but I think I can just put it on this screen and you'll see it large. Does that work?
We were on the map. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Oh, that's
God.
exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, great. Yes, it's very cool. He does have a double jaw, but we're going to ignore that.
I'll forgive him.
Yeah.
Nice and pretty.
So yeah, you sort of this shambling bit of skeletal bear. It will count as a skeleton stat block. The only difference is that it will have advantage on any attack to grapple. Any attempt to grapple. That's it. Because it's very strong. Yeah. And you work your way. You raise this minion. After that, do you guys just keep on heading along the trail? How does this look? Do you just sort of wander as four, like do? Is Ambrosia sort of
I think we
a
should
little
have-
worried about getting her feet dirty?
Yeah, I'm trailing behind, walking very slowly and carefully in my neck.
Yeah, I'm sneaking. I mean, Gnob is sneaking.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're trying to go as quietly as.
Okay,
Yeah,
I won't actually take a stealth check because eventually you sneak up to the entrance to a cave.
Oh, look at that.
The cave entrance is almost 20 feet high. It is dark inside. You see a very faint glow, like the embers of a burnt out campfire or a burnt out fire. Do you all have dark vision? Someone
Yes.
doesn't.
We all do. We all
Oh.
should.
We sure do.
I thought one person didn't. Oh, okay.
I thought so.
Well, we'll find out when we go inside because it's going to be dark for one of you. Yes. Or maybe it's my fault. Maybe somebody doesn't have dark vision who should. If you'd
Okay,
like to place your
now I feel
tokens down
awkward.
here.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay, good.
Sorry, there?
Here I
Okay.
am. Ugh.
I can see.
Hack.
I can see.
I can
The
see.
ear.
Thank you.
Josh, how much hit points does it have?
A skeleton has 13. Although it's
mean,
kind of fleshy, it could be a zombie. And I have 15.
How many does Cornelius have?
How much health do I have? I have 15.
Oh, how cute.
But to be fair, the skeleton has a way more.
You should be able to
HP,
control
so
it now, I think.
prefer that. Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So as you guys enter in, you just hear.
I look towards Gnob to see if that's his heavy breathing.
It is reverberating from deep into the cave.
Break a leg, boys. I'll give everyone a bardic before we go in.
Each one of you? So is that 3 you're giving out?
Yep.
Okay.
D6.
D6.
Okay.
Because I am going to be back. I'm not getting hit by any ogres.
All right, let's send the zombie bear in to distract him.
Sure.
Okay.
Don't be fucking pussies.
And then you just hear this sort of little whining noise.
Oh.
And then a warg comes charging towards you. Sees the group of you and then yaps and runs.
Oh.
You dares! Why are you here?
Jesus. To end your miserable life.
Yeah, what he said. I shoot him. we're not having a discussion. This is not. We're not.
Get him, Bill! Get him, Ben!
Bill, Ben, are they flower pot men?
No, they're wargs. And at this point, I will ask you please to roll initiative.
How cute. Let's do it.
Nice.
Damn, I did not want to roll so high. Who wants my 21?
I'll take your 20.
Actually, yeah, no, Gnob should have it.
Okay.
Can we switch?
Yeah, absolutely. 21 for Gnob, 10 for Ambrosia. But at the very start of the fight, DB, you said you lash out.
Well, I was just gonna, yeah,
preparatory
we're
hit.
just, I was
Go
just
for
trying
it.
to like, yeah. Oh, you want me to? Okay.
Go for it, yeah. Do a thing.
Or
What thing would you do?
Sorcerer's Bolt. Yeah, Sorcerer's Blast. The usual.
Okay, are you in range?
Special. It is 120 feet.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool.
Oh,
DB is gonna rub his feet on the ground with static and shoot out lightning.
awesome.
Nice.
And roll a 16.
Oh, 16 hits. It thunks into the old. Ow!
Sucker.
For 4 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Middle of the road.
Gnob, you're up.
Ah, jeez. I kind of want to make a beeline for this guy, but I should probably
You get your
kill
surprise
the
attack,
warg.
too,
I do
right?
get my surprise attack. That's why I want to try to do that. So I am in fact going to just.
You have
Run
30
up
foot
to
of,
this
35
guy.
foot of movement speed.
I have 30 foot of movement speed, but I have 10 feet reach. So
Oh, great. Okay, so you can get yourself here and then smack.
yeah,
Not
and that
bad.
way I
Oh,
actually
that's awesome.
Yep.
So Gnob will come.
No
in.
opportunity attack. Provoked. Love that for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That is awesome.
And as he is running, brandishing his scimitar and hand axe, he'll hold his hand axe up in the air and recite Ignis, no, Fulgo. And I will full cast Booming Blade with my first attack, actually.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, you can do this as part of your. No.
So basically,
You can do it as
brandish
your
the-
one attack. Yeah.
As my attack, yeah.
Yeah. Later on, you get to do it as part of your attack with the subclass, but not right now. Yeah. That is the thing. Cool. Okay. Go ahead, Smackaroonie.
Ooh, a 24.
Oh, 24 hits.
Very nice. So that's going to be 6 slashing.
Nice.
And then the
And-
surprise attack.
Surprise attack. Hey, 9 damage.
And what does your Vex do? Do you have mastery on that? 'Cause it keeps
I
pinging
do
out for you.
Vex. Vex allows me to.
Oh, you have advantage on your offhand attack.
Correct.
Love that.
And with my offhand, I'm going to strike at him with my scimitar.
Which has the nick, which allows you to use your modifier.
No, so Nick allows me to make the attack as part of the attack action.
Oh, so you still get your
Brings up
bonus
a
action.
bonus.
That's the one.
Exactly.
And you've got two-weapon fighting or dual wielding or something that allows you to use your modifier.
Not yet. No, I'm still running.
Isn't that your
defense
fighting?
because
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm still running defense because I haven't found a decent piece of armor to protect me.
That makes sense. Cool. Go ahead,
But
roll ahead.
soon I will make this visual.
With advantage.
Ooh, I forgot to roll with advantage. Sorry. Oh, surely a 24 will hit
Oh,
again.
24 hits again.
Nice.
Just a die damage though, so five damage only.
Okay, cool.
And, that's.
He looks down at you. You die first!
Rude.
Cornelius, you're up.
Does my... I forget, because it's been a while since we have combat. Do my summons go after me?
Immediately
Is
after
it
you.
one of
Not
them
on
comes-
your turn. You can't move them and then you. It will always be immediately after you finish your turn.
Cool. Then yeah, I will raise. I will raise from the earth a large grey sword made of bone as I cast skeletal slashing.
Are you casting this on the boss?
Yes.
And is this
that is a
sorry?
20
Is that in range?
Yeah, 60
Okay.
foot.
Cool.
That's a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
It's awful, fucking awful damage, man.
Okay.
5 out of a
Cool.
3d8.
Anything else from you?
Ouchies.
Yeah.
Hurt.
No, that's me.
Okay.
And then my bear will run up to this guy, this warg.
Yep.
And will attack with its short sword, apparently.
This'll be a bite, or a bear
Yeah,
slash, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. That's a 17 to hit.
Oh, a 17 hits. Just give these some letters so that we know which one's which.
Yeah, some good damage. That's 7 slashing.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a question. What would the bear's short bow attack be?
Nothing. Nothing. He doesn't get a ranged attack. And a reminder that your skeletons are unarmed until you arm them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
And you can arm them with
Any
anything.
extra weapons around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else?
That's me.
Okay.
He's... Actually, I'm gonna hide in this little corner.
Okay, he's going to take a legendary... Please try and finish your turn before the bear's turn in future. Before your summon turn in future. He's going to take his legendary action. And he is going to go, Ben! Get this one! And he points at Gnob. And Ben will turn to you. Ben is A, for what matters. And he's going to attack you. Which is a 8 to hit.
That will not hit.
Okay, and then it'll be his turn. And he is going to try and bite you. The 22 to hit.
Ooh, that will hit.
He'll take 9 piercing damage. And the next attack roll against you will have advantage. DB, you're up.
Uh-oh.
DB is gonna activate his Tabaxi movement so he can move.
That doesn't require anything, does it? It's just like a once per short rest or something.
It's once per turn, and then you have to stand still for a turn to.
Oh, that's the one. Yep, yep.
2, 5. He's gonna come up here, and then he's gonna put his hands together and try to avoid Gnob the best he can, and cast a new spell as he begins to reverberate. And I'm going to try and cast.
Oh, I have this. Yeah.
Mystical Array.
It's a 30-foot cone.
It is a 30-foot cone. I'd like to avoid Gnob and hit the other 2.
I believe I have an asset for this. Just bear with me a second.
So a mystical array, 8 multicolored lights flash from my hands. Each ray is a different color.
Wow.
Each creature in a 30-foot cone makes a dex save, or they take
Yeah, bear me a second while I untype the word ogre. And I will put Mystical Array into spells and assets and give you access to it, and then hopefully you can put it on the board. Can be edited and controlled by Pat in players' journals. Pat. Try that. Under spells and assets, there should be Mystical Array.
Oh.
There you go. Love that.
It is beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, so I guess I gotta be here. I gotta
so
be here to
pretty.
not hit Gnob with it, but
Yep, perfect. Okay, so is it
Dex
a
save.
couple of d6s?
it's deck saves from both of them.
Yeah, and then is it d6s or d8s? I can never remember.
It's already rolled here. Looks like.
Wow.
Oh, it's so you did 2
So-
fire and to the first guy and 10 radiant. No, it's rolled all the damages.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do need the d6s.
Weird.
They both failed.
Nice.
Nice.
So that is fire damage to the first guy and blind on the second guy.
So the warg is blinded. That is Ben, I believe.
No, Ben bit me, I thought.
Oh yeah, Bill's blinded. Okay. There we go. We'll give him a little blinded. And how much fire damage? 8? Did you say? Is it? 2d12?
No, that is for my my Curseborn.
Ah, right. Yeah. yeah.
Bullshit.
Okay. So
it's two fire damage.
Oh,
I
rough.
rolled. But in addition to that, my Curseborn magic is going to trip. And why isn't it not? Why is she? Misfortune. Here it is. So the big guy. Why not the big guy? He is going to suffer Curse of Imprisoning Fear.
Oh.
For up to 1 minute, the creature becomes imprisoned by the shackles of their mind.
oh, it's a charisma save, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
He got a 7.
All right, the
Restrained.
creature is considered under the restrained condition. At the end of
Holy
each turn, the
shit.
end of each of the target's turns, it can make an intelligence saving throw. Good luck, ending the
Oh,
effects of the
embarrassing.
curse.
Okay. Cool. Anything else, DB?
Goodness.
Yeah, I run away.
Okay.
I got another 30 feet of movement left. So 1, 2, 3.
Wow, he's restrained.
So he's going to make a straight roll with his great club because he has advantage against Gnob, but he has disadvantage because he is restrained. Gnob, that is a nat 1 as he sort of slams it down right next to you. And then his next one will be a disadvantage, which is a 16 to hit you, Gnob.
Oh, a 16 would hit, however.
Oh.
I will shoot it.
Okay, damn it. There goes my 19 bludgeoning damage. At the end of his turn, he makes an int save. That is a 15.
Are you
Does it pass?
shitting me?
That
Does it
is
pass?
I'm a DC 14. That's a pass.
So, wow. Love that for him.
This
Yeah.
disrespect.
Ambrosia, you're up. That's nuts. With a -3 as well.
I can't tolerate this
I tried.
disrespect. I will step forward.
That was a
To be fair, you blinded a
Look at
warg,
this
you did some
horrible
damage.
Oh, yeah.
You gave him disadvantage on his. He could have had advantage on his first attack and regular on the second. So, Ambrosia doing what?
Alright, I will look at this horrible thing who just shook off the restraint and say, "Ugh, can't you tell when you're not wanted?" I'll ask it for a wisdom save.
Everyone wants a bit of Ogra.
Oh dear.
Did you ask him for an intelligence save?
Wisdom. I'm gonna do something that whispers him.
He's an ogre named Ogra.
You may give me. What's your passive insight?
DBs.
Yeah.
14. Oh.
11.
Yeah. You would know that he thinks his name is Ogra, but it is actually just Ogre. Right?
He's just an ogre.
He just thinks he's. Everybody else called him Ogre, so but he's seen it. He thinks it's Ogre. That's a 9.
He's gonna take 13 psychic damage, and
Yep.
he has to use his reaction.
He is moving out of your range. Nope. Would you like to? Oh, you can't. You shielded.
Oh, he's shielded.
I shielded.
Yep. It'll have to be you.
Most importantly, that thing is gone. He's run off.
Anything else?
All right, I feel good. I'm scooting back into this corner.
Okay, he's going to take a legendary action to move up to his movement speed. Coming straight back. It is Bill's turn. Bill is blinded and runs over here and slashes the thin air. Does he get to make another save at the end of his turn? He does, right?
I believe that's just a one turn. I think that's just a one turn.
Oh, he's blind till the end of his turn. Yeah, that makes more sense. Cool. Yep.
Or he's blind to the start of my next turn. So
Oh, nice.
Okay, nice. I like that.
Oh.
Put him back to blind. Gnob,
Yeah.
show him what's up.
Oh, sorry. When he moved, he had to take some thunder damage.
Oh,
He
booming blade, baby.
did! Oh, look at that combo!
Yeah.
That's beautiful! That is beautiful. Next time you won't shield, you'll save it for the sick, dirty combo. That's beautiful. Oh, I've just cried a little inside. That's such a wonderful thing to witness.
Booming
No,
Blade did that.
no, do a thing.
Shit.
You'll do that again now, won't you?
I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay with these wolves to my back, hoping that this fucking zombie bear and friends are gonna take care of it. Although, if I look behind me, I'm sure I'm not gonna see anything there.
We're all
You're
hiding.
not gonna see
Everybody's
anyone
hiding.
except the bear.
We're all hiding.
We're all in our different cubbies.
Yeah, you got this, bud. You're doing great.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
As always, Gnob will swing away.
Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life last campaign, buddy.
Oh no, that's a natural one.
Oh,
Not a
that
miss.
hurts.
Obviously. As you swing out, you think it's bigger than it is, and you're just straight next to his stomach.
Get
Um,
it all.
I will take my extra attack though with Nick
Mhm.
and the scimitar. Sorry.
Poor Nick. What's he getting used?
Oh. Jeez, just a 12.
Who are you hitting? The ogre? He probably doesn't.
Yeah,
have
the
one.
ogre. Yeah. I don't know.
A 12 will hit.
Should I use?
It's
Oh, wow.
yeah. Sorry, I waited and waited, but you didn't say anything. Yeah,
I was
12 will
thinking
hit.
about using. The
I know,
bardic
but
and
I was waiting to even that discussion to begin. I thought maybe you guys had forgotten. I was going to tell you after I told you hit that you do have a bardic for the next turn. Go ahead, give me some damage.
Here's a little damage for you.
Not bad.
Max. Oh, never mind. No.
No, that's.
Oh,
I'm healing back
no,
up to
it's
full.
only
I
two. It's
forgot.
only
Cool.
two. It's only two.
Oh, he is wounded.
Okay. We can work with that.
Just to give you guys some perspective, you have now done 50 damage to him.
Nice. And I will use my bonus action that is now free to second wind.
Okay.
Get the reach me back.
Cornelius, you're up.
Save us.
Yes. Come out of here. And I will summon a spear made of bone to blight this thing.
You skewering him?
Like what?
Are you skewering him?
You're boning him.
Is it
what I
bone
heard.
skewer?
No, it's skeletal slashing.
I really do need you to tell me what you're casting. It is important in most of D&D for me to know what you're doing.
17 to hit.
A 17 hits.
Sorry,
That's
the ogre.
better. 17
Ooh, that
slashing
is a lot
damage.
better.
Ow!
Ow!
What a shift.
It hurts.
And then I will go back over here. But I'm going to stay here because I can't see otherwise.
Yep.
So I'll end my turn, but I'll be over there.
Yep.
And then the bear will attack the warg in front of him.
You can do that, but you would have advantage to hit the one that is currently blind.
Fair.
I'll attack him.
I'm so sorry for informing you.
As you should. That's a 50 to hit.
15 hits.
That is 7
Nice.
Wow.
damage.
Go off there.
Yeah, the bear will come back. And I will go again. And that will be me.
Okay, that brings us to Ben.
Creepy bell.
Ben is going to leap up at you. Gnob. That is an 11 to hit you.
That's a miss.
Cool. And... DB, you're up.
All right,
All
DB's
right.
gonna peek around the corner here. Oh boy. Well, I can only hit one thing. I can't use an AoE here. So I'm just going to blast Ogre.
Okay.
I say, you know you are an Ogre. That's not your name, idiot. And then I blast.
Me, Ogre!
Yep.
You dying!
With the Chaos
Oh,
Bolt.
dear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do fire good. I'm gonna do fire damage.
Is that what you... Yeah?
Yes. Yep. Sorry,
Yes,
it's taking a minute.
sir.
Ooh.
Yes,
So,
sir.
17.
You didn't match on your... Whatever it is.
No, it did not match. Did not match.
So close.
17 hits.
All right, so that's 7 damage.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll for my my luck. See what else I'm gonna do to him. Charisma save for him because it's going to him. I'm gonna fucking shackle him again.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Shackles of fear again.
Just remind me, when can you do this? Is it just on your turn as a bonus action?
First level spell. Whenever I cast a leveled spell.
Right, yeah, okay, cool, that makes sense. Do you have limited charges, or is that just whatever?
I only
your
have 3
thing?
spells, so yes.
No, as in you have, you don't
spend,
have
like, a
limited
sorcery
charges
point?
on your Curseborn.
It's
you
more
just...
than 2. It's more than 2. I will look into it, but it is more than once, certainly. 1 plus my charisma modifier. So I have 5 uses. I can't even use it that many.
Oh, okay, there is no thing for you to mark off, though.
No, but again, at the moment it doesn't matter because I can use it 5 times. I only have 3 spells. So
Yeah, I should have fixed that, that's all. Okay, cool. You're shackling him again, he makes a charisma save.
DC 14 charisma save.
15.
Wow, guy is on.
Oh, whoa, hold on.
Wait,
Does he have the same
what?
modifier? It's a -2, so it's 14.
Ah.
It's on. I thought it was a -3. Oh, that's wisdom.
His wisdom is a -2, his intelligence is a -3.
Still a pass then, and then I go back around the corner.
Lame.
And my
Okay.
turn.
He is going to step forwards, and Gnob, he is going to slam down upon you.
Oh my
Uh-oh.
goodness.
That's a 22 to hit.
Damn.
Yeah, that's gonna hit, man.
14 bludgeoning damage.
I
Oh
tried.
my goodness.
I tried to restrain him again. I
And a
couldn't.
nat 1 on the second attack. Oh, lucky
Oh.
you. Ambrosia up.
Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this. I might just do the same thing because I want to kill this creature. Yeah, I'll do a Dissonant Whispers on the ogre
Okay.
again. I said go away!
Oh, it's one more than
Save.
it's 6, not a 5.
Oh, well, that's not going to do it either. So, worse damage. That's going to be 9.
Please describe his grisly demise.
Yes.
Fantastic.
That is
As Ambrosia
Exacxes.
pokes out- Wow, Exacxes. As Ambrosia pokes around the corner and says, go away, she just stomps her heel, kind of throwing a tantrum, and as her voice echoes in this cave, his head explodes.
No, don't explode his head. We need the head.
Very.
Oh, yeah, we need
Just
it.
that one pustular thing on his head, right? Because he had a
His
strange head
like,
mark,
explodes
right?
out the
Just that
side.
bit of his head.
Out the
Good
side
right
of
there.
his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing explodes,
Okay.
and then he falls over.
Once you have killed
Ugh.
him, both wargs will attempt to run away. They will make no attempt to fight at any point. Do you want to chop them up? Do you want to...
Yeah.
You'll fight them
Ugh.
anyway?
Yeah.
You
Well,
will get the
I'll
XP
take- I'll
either
take-
way, Josh.
No. I want to kill.
Okay, cool.
Cornelius loves
Beautiful.
killing
I'll-
creatures.
I'll take the opportunity
This is
attack because
canonical.
they run away, but I don't know that I'd chase them. I
Cool.
don't know.
They're not going to attempt to fight back, even if you stand over them and chop them down with an axe.
Oh.
So they will die. In this cave, you will find the remains of a broken campfire. At this campfire, sorry, bear with me a second. Where's my little cave? I've got a little dry cave noise. Somewhere. Simple dry cave. There you go. You find the remains of a campfire. Around this campfire, you find the remains of a body.
Uh-oh.
The body has been mostly eaten and fairly clubbed up, and you can see that it was probably once a guard looking to make some extra money who came out to fight this ogre to try and claim the bounty.
All alone? Or maybe he just ate all his friends.
Well, you don't see anybody else around, so you think he might have been alone. at his hip, you will find a potion pouch, which has 2 potions of common healing in it. He also has a long sword, a shield, that are still intact.
I got those.
His armor is clobbered to pieces and completely unusable. However, a little bit further into the ogre cave, you do find a small pile of the ogre's most exciting possessions. Most of this is oddities. There's a bit of bone that has been carved into a bull. There's a long string of rope with different skulls threaded onto it. And then there are 2 more interesting items. I would like you please to choose your treasure seeker. Who is your treasure seeker here?
It's
Me.
Gnob.
It's DB apparently.
No, wait, no,
Pat,
investigation.
Pat,
is
you've been
not-
no,
investigation is not-
no, it's not. It's a D12.
Oh, okay.
I've been rolling good on the D12s tonight. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
D10.
Please deal out your treasure card. Well, I don't know what it is. It is a small charm that, when roused, becomes a passive, illusory mouse for 5 minutes once per day. That's kind of amusing because you're a cat.
Oh, DB, how cute is that?
That's good.
You just see DB chasing something around the cave in a circle.
Luck of the die. Ambrosia, you spot
Aw.
next to that, though, what looks to be a very plain-looking bag. It's sort of set quite heavily on the ground, and it's half open. But as you look sort of into the bag, you can't see anything in it from here.
Okay. I'll poke around. I don't really want to touch it. This place is gross. Gnob, could you look at this bag, please?
I'll pick it up and look at it.
Okay, it's a bag. But
wow.
again, when you go to look inside it,
inside?
you sort of see into the depths. It's a very big bag.
Holding.
It is a bag of holding.
Stick my arm. I'll stick
Okay.
my arm down it.
It is a bag of holding. And
Ooh.
inside you will find, wait for it, 14 corpses of various sizes
I knew it.
and
See?
various
I
levels
knew
of
it.
decay.
Ugh.
You will find 2
That's how
pewter
it's back
rings
out.
worth 1 copper piece each. You can just turn it upside down and shake it out. 2 pewter rings worth 1 copper each. And on one of the corpses, you find a rusted breastplate.
Ooh.
Where-
You can wear that knob if you wish.
Is it wearable? Oh.
It is, because it's a breastplate, and it was for quite a bit. It was for an orc, so it was quite big. You can strap it loosely to yourself.
Yeah, I'll take it.
There is also in here a very strange-looking club.
Oh.
Oh. How strange are you talking?
It is a slightly curved bone that has been shaped into a spiked club.
Cool.
When you miss with this club, it deals
Uh-oh.
1d6 piercing damage.
To me?
To who?
No, to the enemy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If you miss, it deals 1d6
That's
piercing.
awesome.
So as you try and if you miss it, basically it scrapes with the spikes coming out of it. It's an odd-shaped club. It's just a club, and then it does 1d6 if you miss. I haven't made it on D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I just
cool.
rolled for it
I
now.
mean, I'll stuff it. I'll stuff it in like the side of my backpack for now.
That was a roll on James's slightly useful loot.
For now, that's pretty.
I think that's
pretty
cool
useful.
for the.
I think that's slightly
Yeah.
useful. Yeah, why not?
The
Cool.
the
important
corpses in the
question.
bag.
Yeah.
The corpses. Yeah.
Aha, the
Yeah.
corpses.
We gotta talk.
They are all humanoid. They are all medium in size.
That's I don't care about that.
Okay.
What stage of decomposition are they?
Various. So there is one that is very new and looks kind of, it's maybe a couple of days old. It's seen better days, but it's fairly, it's completely fleshy. And there's at least 2 that are completely skeletal, and the others are in between states.
Okay. What races are the ones that are relatively fresh?
Okay. Give me a D12 3 times.
Oh, jeez. Okay. D12 is.
Oops, I'll have them.
That's an 11, an 8, and a 4.
An 11 is a Kalistar.
Okay.
An 8 is a half elf. And a 4 is a dragonborn.
Oh.
And it is a black dragonborn.
Okay, perfect. So with my vials from my alchemist supplies and poisoners kit, I would like to procure a vial of blood from one from Wargo, one from the ogre, one from the Kalistar, one from the half elf, and one from the black dragonborn.
Wow.
4-day-old corpse. Does it have any blood? I guess it would.
Well, that's why I asked.
I would say you can get it from the dragonborn and the Kalistar.
I mean, isn't the bag of holding like a dimensional space where time doesn't pass? I feel like it'd be like it'd preserve them, right? Like
I don't think
time
so.
pass in a bag of holding.
I think so.
It's like the astral plane, right?
There's no air in there. That's all I know. Or 10 minutes worth of air or something.
Yeah, basically, it's basically like a giant Ziploc bag.
People
right?
are
I mean,
always trying to put bodies in bags of holding, in my experience.
We can look that up later.
Exhibit A.
Yep.
Many things will still decay without oxygen. You don't need a ton of oxygen for things to rot. If you leave a piece of meat out of the fridge in a sealed container, it would still rot, despite only having less than 10 minutes of air in your container.
It's a blood dye.
It would last better. So yes, I will say you can get it from all three. There you go. You raise a good point, Pat.
Science. Right there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so I'll get a vial of blood from those three, the ogre and one of the wogs.
Okay. Fantastic.
I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with that, but you know, I support you.
What is he up to?
That's all I want is your support.
Do you want these corpses? You don't want them.
And
No,
there'll be a
fuck
second.
that.
I'll just get your
Absolutely
XP.
not.
Guys, should we become bounty hunters? That was pretty easy. Like
This particular one was, you will be able to collect 50 gold pieces as you return to town. And for the fight, you can
Yay.
take 79 experience points.
Oh.
Fuck you!
I'm kidding. It's 160.
Yay!
So just technically that's 110 plus you get 50 for turning in the bounty. So yeah, 160 experience
let's take
points
10
for
each. We'll put 10 in the group fund. That sound good?
Okay.
Sure.
What?
Yeah.
What?
10 gold.
Oh, of the 50 gold. Sorry, not of the 160 experience
Of the
points.
gold. Of the gold.
I thought you were like, we'll take 10 XP each and we'll put the rest in the fund and use them when we need them. And I'm like, you need them now.
We're gonna hold
Cool.
on to these XP.
But yeah, as you return
Nice
with the head of a
job,
giant,
everyone.
I believe that is where we
Ooh, I
will come
can't
to
wait
the
for
timeless
next
tradition of
session.
MVPs. Well, you're going to wait quite a long time for next session, I'm afraid.
I know.
Yeah, but we'll start with MVPs. I had one from Mikayla. Right at the end, I really liked you going, Gnob, look in the bag. Because I won't. Which was just
I
great.
knew there was gonna be something yucky in there.
There was also a great moment where DB was like, why do you want to attend the ball? That doesn't sound like the right way to get in. And bro was just like, just want to go to the ball. Like, the only reason. No, you were like, that's fair. But specifically, I liked how hesitant you guys were to enter a really nice home of an otter. Just because it sounded slightly sewer-ish. It really wasn't. It was like, I really want to make it clear, it was like a nice round tunnel built into the side of a riverbank with like a front gate and then a little path and then a front door. It was meant to be quite nice, but yes, it obviously sounded sewer-y to you guys.
More like a hobbit,
Exactly
hobbit
that,
hole
but an otter home. Yeah, they like to be by the river. Rico, your MVP.
So I thought that it was actually really hilarious that DB was so cheesed.
10 gold?
Had Rich about the 10 gold, literally right after he called him a dumbass. Like, more or less to his face.
Yep.
But my favorite moment was just like Gnob and DB, or maybe just my and Pat's reactions to like to Cornelius ordering with the waitress. They were just like,
nice again. Like what the fuck?
what is that? Oh,
was
that was
good.
really
That was good.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
He was also nice to Ambrosia, just saying. Josh, your MP.
Well, because people were around, perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got it. I think mine goes to Mikayla's description of Ambrosia getting pissed off, like snapping the
Snap the pipe! Like, straight up!
I was
No delay!
yeah, snapping the pipe, like talking through her teeth because she's like so enraged inside, yet still trying to be, you know, somewhat, you know, presentable. It was just, yeah, real props to you, Mikayla. It was really fun seeing that side of Ambrosia.
I agree. Pat.
I just Rico, every time like Gnob just interacting with everyday people just cracks me up every time. Like, with the waitress, just like with the drinks, I don't know, the whole just interaction just cracks me up for some reason because it's just so quiet and matter of fact, but super menacing at the same time. And it's just I don't know, every time it cracks me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun dynamic with the party, I think.
And Mikayla.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I really liked also DB hating Rich so much, and I liked how he was so pissed off he was sulking while the rest of us were drinking these
The warm milk is
fancy
like,
drinks. Yeah. He's just refusing to have fun now.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Cool. But that's where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
we shall see you soon.